Aye.
All right, very good. Well, let's start with a roll call. Mr. Eden.
Here.
Ms. Booth.
Here.
Mr. Benezra. Ms. Daha.
Here.
Mr. Jumper.
Here.
Mr. Hubbard's here, so we have a quorum. And I'll go ahead and get the meeting kicked off. You should all have minutes, and I think that the minutes from the previous meeting were deferred, so July 16th and August 6th. Has everybody had a chance to review those minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Any old business?
No old business. We do have some minor changes to the agenda though.
Okay.
Going down the roll, sign permits number 2, coastal lifestyle withdrawn. Number 8, Covewell Banker withdrawn by staff. Second page, number 12, Market Common Realty withdrawn by the applicant. Number 15, T&D Mart withdrawn by staff. Third page, number 5, 27th Avenue cottages, just an addition that we added the perimeter fencing and dumpster enclosure last minute. Number 8, Pine Grove Townhomes withdrawn by applicant. And then on the fourth page here, number 11 and number 14 both withdrawn by staff.
All right, very good. So a couple of housekeeping measures. When I call your name, please step up to the diocese to make your presentation. Sign in on the form that's up there, and I will swear you in. So let's go ahead and get started. Chick-fil-A at 3201 Empire Drive. You're first today.
Yeah,
Kick us off. Your name for the record, please.
Brandon Guest.
Brandon, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. So go ahead with your presentation.
Okay, what we had left was you guys asked us to make some changes to the monument sign from the last meeting. So we came down to 6 feet. This is now it's still illuminated, but the red is aluminum. It won't illuminate. The white will be the push-through acrylic. So at night it'll light up. So at night the background will really look black, you know, and it'll be white there. But this is what it will look like during the day.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you for addressing the board's comments.
Well, you're welcome.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Motion
Well, that was tough. Thank you.
All right, Lane Mega Laundry at 1109 3rd Avenue. Lane Mega Laundry.
Motion to continue. Unless you all want to look at it. They all have questions, so we'll wait for applicant.
Okay. There's some options on it.
Okay, yeah, all right. Well, there's a motion to continue on the table. Is there a second?
No second.
Okay, all in favor for the continuance?
Aye.
All right, anyone opposed? Okay, so we'll come back to that one. Myrtle Beach Seafood, 1112 3rd Avenue South. And your name for the record.
Napa Street.
Now, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank
While
you.
he's signing in, number 5 is also kind of part of all this since it's all one building. And you'll see the graphics here, 1, 2, 3, 4 is on number 4, and then this one's actually depicting number 5. And this has already been approved, so y'all are only looking at my glass.
Okay. All right, now, please make your presentation.
It is vinyl letters. The last time presented was a little bit more, it was a lot, so I kind of cut down just Spanish word and then just make it more simple. And then with number 5 is language queen. She have an office in the building, so she asked us to put her business in on the windows. And then I limit it to within 25% of the windows, which is the code.
This is on 3rd Avenue South.
Correct. And there is a freestanding sign on this one. As far as, they have a freestanding sign.
And there's no tenant panels on the freestanding.
There's a panel that's used for the address
Right, yeah.
that could be easily repurposed for a tenant. There's already a tenant panel on the bottom.
Right.
Okay.
You have that on the second page, would you mind switching to that? Right there on the panel on the bottom. Yeah. So that gray panel in the middle is just the address that can be moved to the column repurpose it for.
For the ladies, for the line of
Yeah.
screen? Okay.
That would probably be better for them.
Yeah.
I think it's a better proposition than a window sticker, especially if we're going to entertain at all the multiple window stickers for the menu,
Right.
which we
Yeah.
generally
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
entertain.
No.
No.
So now it becomes just one part of that mess.
Well, Charlie and Matt, you want me to go ahead and swear him in for number 5 also, since we're talking about it right now, or to just keep?
Or he's under oath for both. Usually
You are
one
under
will
oath.
roll over.
Okay. That's fine. So what does the board think in terms of the order of this?
It's
Two
tough
different
because we generally, as a rule, just don't allow this at all, but it is on Third Avenue South, and it is a whole lot of building with not much clarity of what's happening inside. And so perhaps we can come to a compromise where we allow one window with multiple lines to kind of condense some verbiage. Is anybody into that, or
The letter's only 7 inch tall. I mean, it's not as big at all.
Charles, your thoughts?
Keep in mind, alone doesn't even come here for 2 windows. I mean, yet he's asking for this, you know, code does allow for
For 2?
For two.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Like I said, it's a unique situation. It's a big building. It's a lot of usage, and it's Third Avenue South, which is.
I think the only other thing
People
I'll
help.
throw out there before
Huh?
Third
order
Avenue
against it
well.
is you are looking at a different customer base.
Yeah.
That
Agreed.
is true.
So, can we tie these two together? Can we?
You can shorten it, you can modify it, you can make suggestions however you see fit.
What I'm saying is, can we condition those 4 on the tenant panel, not the tenant?
The tenant panel.
The next item on the list, the tenant.
The language queen.
Yeah, like,
Well, if we put that on the freestanding sign,
Declutter.
then we'll have to.
Declutter.
Yeah.
Then
2
we'll
and
have
2 and a-
2.
Yeah,
that-
2 and 2.
Yeah, that's true. There is I guess there is.
Basically, you would approve this item with 3 windows.
just those windows.
And then the other one, you could shift it to the other window.
It is a different customer base, that's the only thing I feel.
That's what they were shooting for.
Let's
Okay,
take a
that's why
stab
they-
at one. I'll make a motion to approve the 2 windows on the far left and the 2 windows on the far right only, and nothing on any other window,
For
as
this-
presented size-wise.
Yep, and this is for item 4.
For item 4 only.
Yep.
I'll second that.
Okay.
So it would look like the picture on the left.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second. Everybody on board with that? All right. All in favor of that motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
I'm
Motion.
opposed.
You're opposed, John, so that's good. All right, motion carries.
What's the reason today?
Yeah.
We gotta have one.
So then are you
Somebody's got to
I'm
take
just not
the
feeling
bait.
it.
You don't like
I'm
it?
not feeling it.
Didn't
are you
catch it.
disapproving number 5 then?
Yeah,
Altogether?
that would be my motion, to disapprove number 5 and to make a recommendation for them to repurpose the address panel of
Freestanding.
the monument.
Second.
Okay.
And
That's your
what's your reason for disapproval?
Settle for a 5.
5.
Okay, there's a motion, Mr. Edens, seconded. All in favor of that motion?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No, all right, that motion carries.
Okay.
Now, you understand what we're
Yep.
asking for there? Okay, thank you. And I think
Also,
you
I have
also
number
have
6.
item 6, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to keep you sweared in for that, and you're signing in for each of these items. Okay, all right, go ahead.
If you go back to before, this was existing right now, and then they're gonna close this off, take this fence off, and then put a door here, and then we're gonna put the sign, which is gonna be this one, gonna be channel letters, this 3 line, and the oval gonna be a cloud sign. The small item is not lighted because it's so small to make, so it's just gonna be a PVC, 1-inch thick, direct mount, holding it direct mount.
So this is not in the combo section, so it's just the sign, not the door?
Yeah, they had it
No,
come to
no,
us through
they
the door.
have
but-
not to the building yet.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Second.
Also
There's
inside
also
the building.
sign on the side.
Oh, yeah,
as well,
absolutely.
And you'll do any repairs you need to do to the building?
To my understanding, yes, the owner's here too, they will repaint it if they're necessary.
You can make that a condition that the.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so just be your
Right,
part of
can
that.
I- Can I ask one question?
Yes, sir.
Is the existing door gonna be removed, that door there?
Yes, they're gonna close this off, gonna be continue awning,
Okay,
and the fence gonna be continue
okay.
for the,
It's gotta come back to you at that point.
yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
next agenda.
They just wanted to get it signed in production.
Yeah. We have a motion and a second.
Can I please
All-
have, can I please have the condition for the motion by Mr. Vanessa?
Repairs,
Repairs on the building.
And a second.
That's fine, yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
fine, thank you.
Thank you, Heidi. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Yes, I'm gonna turn it over to our,
Sorry for being tardy.
that is not a problem.
New morning practice?
Hello, hello.
How you doing, sir?
Doing great.
Your name for the record?
Dennis, Paul,
Okay, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. So we're proposing 4 wall signs. Very good.
What, how are they made?
How are they made?
Yeah, okay.
These are all trimless letters. They're all halo lit. They have HDU faces on them. And then we got HDU trimmed out here. This is this carved, it's just like 15 inches deep.
Questions for the applicant? Or, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm,
Channel letters?
yeah, channel letters.
And how tall is this sign?
I've got it down as 25 feet.
It's pretty appropriate for that intersection.
Yeah.
Is that,
In the landscape.
is that motion, is that digital board in good shape? Are you reconditioning it? Is it,
They're gonna, it's in great shape, and they're gonna continue using it.
okay.
The only thing that they're changing is this part here, and we're gonna remove, all that,
Yeah, okay,
replace it with this here.
Are you painting the sign any other different colors, or is your?
Same color.
same color?
So that was.
They wanted to
my
match
next
the gray.
question is, that color is not on the building or anything, right?
Yeah.
It's not relevant to anything? Like, the only reason that color is there is because that's the sign of the sign right now? the
True,
color of the sign?
true.
Well, the background of.
So are you saying you'd wanna have it painted to
No,
color?
no, I'm just asking.
Or, yeah.
Don't
There
mind
wasn't
that.
any-
The background is.
I mean, we can certainly do that if it comes to that, but
Let's go back.
they weren't planning on
It's a shaky.
painting.
We're compacting the driveway. It's a new massage.
I think it's really.
Massage picture on the
That's a sound progress.
Okay with this.
That was a good one.
You're not just a volunteer, you are appreciated.
It's certainly an improvement.
Yeah.
Is that what it is right now?
Yeah.
That's what it is right now.
So we're going.
It's got raceways
Into
up
the
there
blue.
with those letters.
Okay.
Where does the blue come in?
I don't know.
Well, that's,
Yeah,
what's the colors on the, if I remember correctly, the colors on the building are
Very, very
pretty
light.
light.
blue.
Light.
Very
Yeah,
light.
they're a lighter color, a light color, they are. I wanna say beige, but
I mean, I see the blue inside the lettering, right?
Yeah.
That's not black, that's blue. But
Yeah, I think they're
Maybe
going
that's where
with
they're
that
going.
color. Can you answer the question, are you matching the blue inside of the letters for the sign base? Is that the plan?
no, there's a little bit of a blue there. The sign itself is kind of like a steel gray, if you will. Go to the next slide, and you'll see the difference.
I think the
believe.
picture doesn't do
It makes it look
yeah,
blue, but
it
they're really
makes,
trying to
it's
keep
gray.
it gray.
It is
Okay.
gray.
It's the gray color.
And that's appropriate, the roof and everything. So if you're not painting it blue and you're doing the gray, I think it's an issue with the,
I think it needs to be changed, at least to
want it
the
to
match
match
the
the
roof.
yeah, it's a match.
Match the
Match.
It's a
roof.
match, yeah.
that would be good.
I think that would be optimal.
That'd be a blue.
Yeah, whatever the roof color is.
Find out what
gonna
that
be.
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
We paint the sign that same color.
Yes, that'd be great.
There you are. You wanna take a picture?
Done.
It's right there, if you want to look at it.
Festive.
Oh, man, that is so good.
Look at that.
Okay, motion to approve with that change.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second, Ms. Dara, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You guys have a good day.
Greater Myrtle Beach Collaborative. I need to recuse myself on this one.
All right, I got it.
Snake quarters.
Greater, let the record show that chair has recused himself for this item. Debbie, your name for the record, please.
Hi, Debbie Jenkins, Tyson Sign Company.
And you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead with your presentation, please.
So we have an existing monument sign on Oak Street that we were here before you a couple years ago to change. Well, it's time to change again. So the Chamber of Commerce has rebranded under the umbrella Greater Myrtle Beach Collaborative. So we wanted to put in the same style of faces there now. It's aluminum faces, routed letters. All the logo and the lettering will illuminate. The background will be dark at night. And then on the front of the building, it's the same spec again. We'll remove the divider, have one new panned face where the background is opaque, the letters light up, but then the perimeter of the pan draft that's raised illuminates with the halo glow to accentuate the shape.
And the letters are flat, correct?
Yes, the letters
So
are
it's
flat,
just
the
pan,
face
not
is
embossed. We got that clarification from that.
Okay.
When
And
you're
then-
saying the background is opaque, what do you mean? It won't let light through at all on the wall?
correct. The background, we will block the light from that particular large sign to be dark at night where just letters and logo images light up. And then the perimeter lights up, the shape, the rectangular shape.
So you'll have dark blue letters light up on a black background?
They'll light up. Yep. Now, these cabinets are new, and on the parking lot side of the building, smaller versions of what's on the front of the building, and the intent is to ultimately, we calculated the square footage allowance remaining for this facility, to in the future, come back to you one day, don't have a clue when, with two others, so this is balanced. So they have 3 brands now that live in the building, but they anticipate 2 new ones at a later date. Again, new cabinets, LED lighting inside. These also have panned faces with flat graphics. These, the backgrounds are not opaque because now things are really small as far as the amount of information. And each of their logos have a lot of colors and a lot going on.
That makes sense. So if I understand what you're saying, you've calculated what the total amount of signage would be allowed. And even though you're only presenting 2 signs right now, they're of a size that when the other 3 come in, they'll all be the same, even if that.
No, these
Other
three
Other
are
2,
here.
correct?
3 and then 2.
Correct,
But these are sign boxes, Debbie?
they are.
Any questions for the applicant?
I really, we've allowed some pen and embossed sign boxes on Oak Street, especially recently. I think it was a plumbing contractor, I can't remember who it was, that was here a few meetings ago. But that's a tough one, that's a lot of light boxes.
That was, and the one you're referencing was only an existing freestanding sign, it wasn't building
Yeah.
signage.
Right.
That's a
Yeah, we moved
tough
it.
one to
Yeah.
allow, and the
These-
placement of it
these
is
are-
odd to begin with.
Yeah, these are new, the other one, like Matt said, that was an existing requirement.
Yeah, it was moved from another
This is
location.
a very difficult task, especially with the placement. I mean, if it felt more natural, maybe, but the placement of these is odd as well.
But it's just a lot of signage, period.
I'm leaning towards a complete vote of no for the entire package rather than taking it one piece at a time, honestly. It's up to hear other people's opinions.
Motion.
I would like to hear. what
Yeah, let's have
opinions
some
we have.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can we go back to the beginning of the presentation and kind of cycle through all of them? So the main sign on the corner, there's a clear hierarchy in terms of the signage, kind of always has been with this building, where that is the main identifying sign. And Ms. Jenkins, that's not a flat panel there, is that correct?
This it's flat routed.
It's flat, it's,
But it is routed.
It's routed.
It's not just like acrylic with printing on it, right?
It's
It has
aluminum with cutout lettering
letters.
and
It's
it's
acrylic
not pushed
background.
through though. So it does appear flat.
Flat, exactly.
They basically route out, they have acrylic behind aluminum, they route out the letters.
Yeah.
Where you can see the acrylic, that it essentially the flat plane.
Okay.
I think the design of the sign itself is really nice. I just don't think I just don't like the way it's produced, the type of sign that it is.
Maybe the existing sign, what's the nature of that existing sign in terms of is it flat or not, or?
This particular sign has always been flat,
Yeah,
rounded.
that's what my
So it was
recollection.
the first time we presented it to your group, the second time, and now today.
Yeah,
Same
so it's
spec, we haven't
consistent.
altered on the spec.
Right, that's-
Repurposing the cabinet to hold down on
Yeah.
cost.
I was hoping it might be time to kind of bring it up to a higher standard.
Seems like there's a lot of character to the logos and the signage and consistency from the main sign to the building, the logos, the color, the branding. That's certainly consistent, I think useful to the design as we go through. Let's go to the next one. This is a similar situation, right? There is some flatness to it, but also there's a level of detail in terms of the lighting and how the lighting interacts with it. I think that's notable.
One thing that I didn't think about when you asked the question about the blue letters illuminating.
The
You
outline?
see the outline? Yeah, the white. The white lights up to frame out each dark letter.
My take on this is that there is a certain humility to the signage. Let's say maybe compared to some other locations where there's a sign and it's just the main identifying feature, but here they have a lot to identify, right? And so they're trying to create a consistent design language throughout all of the signs and use some color, use some lighting. It is humble, that's for sure, but it's, in my estimation anyway, it's well designed.
Yes, they've done that part successfully, yeah.
I agree that there's an appropriateness to the design language for that building as it currently sits, and if it was just a matter of reworking the monument sign in this cabinet, I would absolutely agree, but since we're
Yes.
now bringing in a lot of new elements,
Yeah.
instead of tying them into,
Yeah.
you know, to this language, which again, I think the placement of it is really odd
Okay.
and is interrupting the side of the building that most of the traffic flows through. I would say,
Sounds like we're honing in on maybe.
Separate
honestly,
it.
I'm
I would
okay with
separate the
I'm
back
okay
from
with
front.
the standalone
Yeah.
sign. It is appropriate, it is what we actually got them to do 2 years
Yeah.
ago. With the current one, I think it works well. The building sign just ties so much into the side panels that I think it's time to look at those as a whole new thing.
Right.
So if everyone is okay with it, let's try a motion to split the monument sign from all other building signs, if that's okay.
Okay, second?
So there's a motion from Mr. Benesra, ID, and a second from Mr. Edens to split the main ID sign from all of the other signage. Everyone in favor of that? Okay, motion carries. Let's entertain a motion on the main ID sign.
I'll make a motion to approve, as presented.
Second.
Mr. Trimper, all in favor of that?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Aye.
All right, Mr. Edens. All right, motion carries. All right, let's take, and I think that's a sensible approach, Mr. Benesra. Let's look at the building mounted signage as a whole. I think there's merit for the larger building mounted sign.
Yeah, there is.
On its own.
On its own.
Yeah.
Right, and I think what your point is when we start looking at the smaller signs as part of a whole package, right? Ms. Jenkins, would there be a way to bring the smaller signs a little bit more into alignment with the larger ID sign in terms of the design character of them, and maybe some extra detail? And perhaps even, I see maybe where Mr.
I
Benesra
mean,
put
I
the
think
size.
even just plain lettering without a background would work very well. It's almost like individual brands in a represented conglomerate store. They usually have the brands as.
See, I was thinking more like a sandwich.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
Yeah.
thinking, yeah.
For those,
Right.
it would,
For all of them, the larger one and for these?
Well, no, these-
I'm
Oh,
thinking
these
just for
three?
these.
These three,
Yeah, and the reason I chose to separate those
Yeah.
together is because really the continuity should match over there.
Okay.
The monument sign and the building signs, we've seen it
Yeah.
be completely independent, and it's fine, it works well, but all the building signs should have continuity. So, and perhaps if they're guided towards changing these signs, they would want to change the main sign as well, I'm not sure. I don't want to look at each one independently, I'd like to see the whole.
estimate, they did want
Please.
these to be illuminated. So we didn't have many options because each element's so small, and then in these blues again, playing off that dark red brick would have no contrast. So then you'd have to just flip everything to be in like maybe cut out PVC. It's definitely too small to be channel letters. And just all white. Like the brands would all live maybe on this wall, all white, cut out PVC or plate aluminum. Because we wouldn't be able to use the colors.
For
You
now,
wouldn't
the
read
building beside this, y'all have approved channel letters on it, so it and they're adjacent to each other, so it's been consistent up and down Oak Street, but the building signage has been brought up into a more, modern standard of what y'all are looking for.
And it's more than that, because there's the added consideration here that this is representative of our city to some degree, right?
Right.
It's not independent business, although it is, but it's representative of Myrtle Beach, so I think the higher standard applies here.
Well, let's go back one slide again. Do we have any consensus at all that the design of the sign is appropriate? And
The logo? Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah,
logo,
that's very appropriate.
The manufacturer of the sign even, with the detail and the lighting, and it does have some dimensionality to it.
I'm not a sign expert. I have a hard time believing that you'll be able to read it at nighttime with just the outline shining through dark letters and dark background, but again, I'm not the sign expert. That's on them to design it.
Ms. Jenkins, do you feel like that's going to be legible?
That's the current spec in case you're out and about, as the days get shorter now, that
Yeah.
the sign currently does that. The white background's opaque.
It's consistent.
And we cut out the white around those
Okay.
dark letters.
Okay.
And it works.
Okay.
I feel like there's enough to this sign, and again, I'm just one voice here, but that certainly it's a sign. If we were looking at this in isolation, it was just that sign, and I think you'd really probably be in favor. I don't want to speak for you all, but it's a well-designed sign. And this sign and the main ID sign relate to each other pretty substantially, and certainly their messaging. Maybe where we could go with this is entertainment others with.
So really,
I mean, I see your
that's,
point, Jim, but on the same end, is the character of the district. If you're gonna,
Yeah.
if you guys are gonna measure people on the same level, does that sign match up to the other businesses in here? And I would say no.
Well, that's definitely for the.
Darn
no,
out there.
it could have gone one way or the other. It was either accept the original signs as they were with the remodification and treat the new building signs, the side ones separately, or break it up at the
Right.
monument level. I only chose that because it's much more natural to feel like all the building signs are coherent and the monument sign is slightly
That's
different.
true.
And I'm okay with that.
Yep.
I'm also okay if the group feels that it's okay to entertain that separate from the other ones. But I'm leaning more towards what Charles is saying, that this building needs an upgrade on signage, especially if we're going to add significantly to it. I think it needs to be looked at as a holistic sign package
For everything that's mounted.
for everything that's
Yes.
mounted. Yes.
Okay.
It seems like they could make a monument sign and put it all on it.
Yeah, and again, they're trying to make use of the
Yeah.
existing materials and sign. This isn't a for-profit necessarily
True.
situation, so we just want to make sure we consider all aspects of it. Okay. Well, here we are. So you're at a point where I think we need to move on
I'll
the
make-
building mounted sign.
I'll make a motion to disapprove the second section, which is the building mounted signs.
Second.
And the rationale.
70485.
A5, okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Eads, you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, all in favor of the denial? Say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? It's me. Okay, so Ms. Jenkins, I think there's an opportunity here to take a look at all the building mounted signage and also to present to us not only how they can be upgraded slightly, that kind of marries up to what's happening in our prior guidance in other buildings in this area, which that's the rationale for the denial, right? But also to present sort of a unified front that all of the signage is going to be like this, and this is how it all looks when everything goes in. Certainly respect and understand that you y'all did some calculation and said these are gonna be the sizes so that there'd be consistency. But if we're gonna bring the package back of building mounted signage, look at it holistically, even if it's hypotheticals for the other naming, certainly as to how the signs are constructed. And I do need to say, of course, and I don't recall the last time we denied a sign from Tyson, because it happens every now and again, but I do need to say it. If you feel like we've erred in our judgment, then you can advise the client to seek relief through the courts.
May I ask, are you all leaning towards channel letters for the front, and then on the side, would you be open to cut out letters that don't light for all these brands to be displayed? And then they'd have to convert to white to be readable.
I think our concern is the craft of the sign making, like
Yes.
that it is an upgraded approach to the
Right.
signage rather than
Yes.
defaulting to a sign.
That's exactly.
From there, I don't think that we would have.
We're
a
open
need-
to anything.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And the things that you bring in are always, well, the utmost quality and very good. It's just, we're having an issue with how it represents with the other companies,
I
other
understand,
businesses.
and I know you understand my side.
Of course,
Yeah.
I
absolutely.
take direction from my
Yeah,
client.
I understand, we do,
And try to stay within code, but it doesn't mean it's always, the most aesthetically pleasing
of
approach.
course.
Yep, I get it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I have the next one too.
Okay, great, all right, let's
I'll
move on
just
to
hang out.
item 10.
You're still in the room?
I'm still here.
Go ahead,
So, the Barrel
Thank you,
on
Heidi.
Business 17 lost their sign. They had a tall, skinny pylon style sign. So the good news is that's gone now, and a new low monument is proposed with hand-in embossed acrylic faces, fully translucent, and a changeable letter marquee at 10 foot high, top cabinet 5 by 10.
Questions for the applicant?
Will the changeable copy have a cover of it?
It will not.
You can suggest that.
Yeah, probably should.
They're gonna
yes.
lose all their letters.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have.
Ms. Jenkins, we typically do recommend that.
Is that, want to make that as a motion with the
Yes.
cover on it? Okay, Ms. Booth, is there a second?
I'll say that.
Ms. Guerra. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
La Bella Catering? How you doing, ma'am?
Good.
Your name for the record?
Deborah Guglielmi?
Okay, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. How are you looking to do that?
We're looking to put our sign up and our lettering. Payne Signs is doing everything for us.
Okay, is that flat? Is it flat aluminum sign, am I correct?
It is, and I went by, I pulled this up from our paperwork that my husband and I received, that we were able to do a flat sign.
What paperwork, I'm sorry?
This came from
The landlord.
the landlord.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Give you all context for the board, most, if not all of the things are channel letters.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And also, it seems like that roof, I don't know, maybe it's a mistake, maybe my eyes, is that roof like peeling or something? Or is it just,
No.
oh, I see.
It's just faded.
Okay,
No.
just faded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Payne Sign took the old sign that
Yeah.
was there, it wasn't ours, it was another business down a couple weeks ago.
And then you have the 3 window graphics and
Yes,
3
sir.
windows you're looking to do?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I typically, we flat aluminum acrylic, we don't allow, or in certain locations, and this is one of those locations. This board has usually been deciding on that.
Okay.
It's usually some channel lettering or maybe a sandblasted sign or
Okay.
HD renew. There's a variety of other ways instead of what I think you did. But again, it's up to the board, of course, to decide upon that. For me, the window letterings, I think overall, what we call the menu board, where it says what you do, the private owners, cook classes. For me, it's a no-no. because we call that a venue board, and it just gives a whole description of your business. It's like hot dogs, hamburgers, Coke, individuals that put it
Even
out.
though it's on the other buildings too, like Edward Jones and State Farms have.
We
one
do,
as well.
well, I'm not saying all of it for
Okay.
myself. The logo's good, the name and the catering, I mean, the phone numbers to me is sufficient. But
I think we have
speak
made
up.
the argument in the past that this is site-specific,
Yeah.
and the letters are so small and it's so far back from the
There
road
is.
that it is somewhat acceptable
Right.
for a pedestrian type of flow there.
Right.
And
These are kind of more specific type.
they are more site-specific
Yeah.
than others.
Yeah.
But the channel letters is a definitive.
Yeah.
Right, that would be the issue, so.
So, ma'am, one of the things that we're charged with is for being consistent in the design and application of a sign, let's say in this case, and every other sign on that building directly adjacent to you, even the ones that are on the roof are channel letters. So if, in a meaningful way, it goes against our guidelines to say, okay, there's something special about La Bella Catering that says you can do it, but we've made everybody else not do it.
Okay.
There's a fairness quotient to it that we're charged with considering.
And the windows, could those be done or no?
We'll see if someone wants to make a
So
motion.
let's make a motion to split the window graphics from the building sign.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Benezra, Mr. Edens, a discussion for a split of motion? All in favors?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Okay, someone want to take the window graphics? We'll start there.
I was just gonna say, because this is very, well, several different things are offered through your business, very specific things. I think that in this case, we would make this site-specific, make a motion to approve.
And how far set back this
Right, and also
window
that,
is
so
from
far back.
Main Street.
Yeah, and it would be
You'd be
basically
reading it when you pull
pedestrian,
up, yeah.
or when you pull up, yes.
Motion by Mr. Edens, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Benezra, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ms. Booth is, motion passes. Okay, the the building signage, someone want to take that?
Motion to deny A5.
Second.
Mr. Hubbard, Mr. Edens, discussion? All in favor? Okay.
Just so I understand, so
Sure.
I can tell Shelley at Haynes Signs, so the windows were approved, we have to do channel lettering up above.
Correct.
Okay,
Well,
Or a cloud, I mean, there's other.
There's other
approaches.
forms that you
Okay.
can do,
okay,
you can bring back and present.
very well then,
So
thank
tell
you.
Miss Shelley she needs to resubmit her application for your building signage, but she can go ahead and produce your window
Window
signage.
signs. Thank you very much.
So you'll have to come back before the board for
The building sign,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Raising Cane's. How you doing, sir?
Well, thank you. My name's Ross MacArthur.
Get you to sign in, please, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
I'm here representing Raising Cane's in our sign package that you see above.
Okay? You
We're
wanna go-
proposing Raising Cane's monument sign, which you'll see out on the front of Jason. Two wall signs, 2A and B. They're not quite 4 by 8, they're 3 foot 10 inches by 8 foot. There's a window sign for neon. There is cove lighting.
Let me help you out, Ross. There's not, their purview isn't the interior window signage, so that's not under review. So they're looking at your freestanding sign. These were directional signs internal that for drive-through pathways, so that's not under their purview. Really, you're only looking at your mural on the side, which faces the BMW dealership. This is the front facing the bypass, the rear facing Jason Boulevard, and then the freestanding sign. So that's kind of what's under their purview. Everything
All right.
else is covered by permit, but not under their purview.
Okay, this is part of the new design for Raising Cane's. I don't know how familiar you folks are with it. There's 962 Raising Cane's in the US right now. They plan on building 80 a year for the next 5 years. So the design is very consistent from one another. And being in a community like you have here that's very heavy, dependent on tourist industry, people coming from around the country will recognize the design of the building and the signs, and of course the menu.
Okay, so let's talk about the freestanding sign. Is that 12 feet, is that what I'm seeing?
No, it is,
Total 12 feet from the ground up?
Yes.
yes,
Yes, correct.
including the base, yeah.
Okay, what is the sign made of?
It's called Flex Face. We have, sorry, it's acrylic. I apologize. So it's white acrylic, then they cut out the reds and lay in the blacks and the yellows to get the letters of the word and add the black highlights to the letter itself.
But basically it's flat.
It is, yes.
Acrylic with vinyl.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I think one thing that we did with the Chick-fil-A last time was have it lowered, and I think
Yeah.
this needs to be lowered, being
It
on
does.
Jason Boulevard.
Right.
And then something like a pan face, or
Yes.
something of that nature is what we did.
Right.
It's
with
almost a
Chick-
shame that the main sign is facing Jason Boulevard.
It is.
Yeah,
it
Very
is.
little to no
Yeah.
traffic,
Yeah.
and there's nothing significant happening towards the bypass where it
The
could really
building.
use it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
If
it's
it's
really
got
not
like-
a giant sign at all.
If it's got like 6 feet of a base, it could be lowered 3 feet, and still have room for the landscaping underneath.
They originally proposed to us a freestanding sign on the bypass side, but it was a 25-foot tall pole
Right.
with a cabinet on top. And after discussion with them, they could have had opportunity to present that, but they chose to go a different route instead of presenting.
Okay.
But just want to let you know that they did entertain putting a sign on the bypass side, but it was a pole with a cabinet.
But they could-
Code does allow for a larger sign.
But you could always bring it in later if you wish.
If you want to see it, we
Yeah.
can show you. To get feedback.
But I think this needs to be.
Because in reality, a blanket statement that no lollipop signs are ever allowed is not really what we do. We look at every one
Yeah.
case
Right.
individually.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Well,
this
you
is
can
a
have
unique-
column covers on the poles
Yeah.
themselves. You can't make the,
It's just
Oh,
really a shame
attractive.
to put this in such a massive corner and not highlight it.
Yeah.
and that's more of a sculptured sign box, still with the acrylic face. But the returns on the box and the frame and everything are cut out and shaped to the letter, as you see.
And it would be going,
Be the same on,
can you point to where it would have been installed? Like right here, I think.
yes, that's where we initially had it.
And faces would face traffic oncoming, not that way, not your way.
Yeah, correct, yeah. I mean, I think there could be a lot more thought put into this. I mean, what we did with Home Depot, Walmart, and
Yes.
many
that's a good
other
example.
examples. Yeah,
Very
those
good
are
example.
perfect examples.
There you go.
But-
Ross, can you answer for the board, could you put that monument sign design over here, which then made more a 12-foot tall?
You're speaking of down here?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the most, yeah, that was really part of that.
because then you do have the ditch and the culvert there a little bit,
Mhm.
soft road, 12-foot maybe.
Yeah, that would work
warranted.
there, yes.
Bypass this a little bit.
Can we make it taller then? Can we make it 16 feet?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
12's plenty.
Yeah.
That sign, but
Yes, I
relocated
can.
to the front corner.
But the elevation of that whole lot is weird. At the point you're pointing at, where is the elevation
Yeah,
compared to the
it
bypass?
does change.
Is it lower or about even with the road itself? Do you know?
It's lower.
There's a dip.
It is,
I
yeah.
think 16 feet is also a decent ask.
I would agree with that.
It
But
may
the
be,
location of the bypass, we just looked at the change to the T-bone sign, that's,
But that's not lower elevation, is it?
no, it's
No.
not, it's not.
This is significantly lower than the traffic.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. I mean,
It's probably a couple foot lower,
Yeah.
once you really look at it, because it dips back So-
16 feet off grade or 16 feet from the center line of the roadway?
No, from grade.
If you're looking at adjusting the height, are you looking at adding it to the base or to the cabinet?
We'd
Probably
add it to
the
the
black
base.
base,
Okay.
to the in-between.
It's interesting on that pole sign, the actual sign itself has a lot more dimensional character to it. I think that we just want to voice here that we would also not want to present a larger sign
Right. We would not.
at that location with a flat face.
No, not at
because
all.
That's just not
No.
consistent
No.
with.
How about a sculptured sign box?
not
Since you guys are
consistent with
designing,
We
It's
don't
really
do
what
that. We don't do
was on the
that.
building.
Yeah,
No, we don't
since
do
you
that.
guys are designing, would you like to?
We don't do
design
sign boxes.
conceptual?
What about the
Yeah,
building
let's do
mounted?
that. Let's make
Yeah,
a
that's-
motion to
okay.
conceptual. I mean, the building's
Yeah.
not built yet, they have plenty of time to
Yeah.
rework. So
Okay, I'll second.
make a
Okay,
motion.
Mr. Vanessa, downgraded to conceptual, Mr. Eden seconded, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved for conceptual. So we've downgraded the project to conceptual to give you feedback, and then you can take the feedback to your client and make changes accordingly.
When do I get that feedback?
Right now?
Right
now.
Or the stuff you've been here and
Yeah.
talking
All
about,
right,
so
perfect.
that's perfect.
And this is on YouTube, so you can also reference that.
Sometimes our efforts to make sure the city is sort of harmonious and everybody kind of follows the same guideline is misconstrued as us trying to make things a little less visible. It's not the case. We actually want more visibility in something like this.
Trying to have
I think
continuity.
I think a
Yes.
sign in the front where all the traffic is extremely appropriate for this project. Whether that's the lollipop sign or the monument sign that you've designed, I don't think it's either one, honestly. We generally, even in less prominent places, require a lot more dimensionality and a lot more elaborate and invested design to take place. Even the sculpted cabinet, as you call it, is what we refer to as a cloud sign. Even that, we generally really route around the letters to a degree where it almost looks like channel letters.
Right.
So I think even that requires more complexity. And I'm okay with the height that we discussed personally, not speaking for the whole board, but I don't want to just see that extended by just saying, let's just throw another 4 feet of bricks on there. There has to be more thought put into it and more investment in the design.
And also, if you do something like that, I would like to see landscaping also to kind of soften whatever you do, depending on the design.
I think the building signs are fine from what I've seen. I mean, in fact, if you could have done bigger, I would have been okay with bigger as well.
Yeah, I think it's important to point out to us as you escalate the quality and the craftsmanship of the sign, using principles, whether it's raised channel letters on background, cloud, whatever it is, that as you're doing this, that you're communicating that you're not losing the brand's requirements, right? So it's unlikely that the brand is dictating 800 locations to never have anything other than a flat acrylic sign. I find that, I don't know this, but I find it
Yeah.
unlikely.
Yeah.
So what we're interested in is you all make these signs for them. What are some other options that we could consider?
We have used that, so it's not an unreasonable request for that.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah.
My only thought is the location. That's actually a great location for visibility on drive-by, but for a customer coming to the site, to the location, having a sign out front,
Yeah.
to me, is paramount.
It could be, maybe it's more of a smaller directional affirmational
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
That just
Yeah,
says,
Do
"Yep,
you allow a
this is my
second
curve."
sign out front?
That's more of a zoning
adjacent?
question than us. I don't
It's
think
more,
we would have.
I think it depends
Yeah,
on what the
depends on-
footage is
yeah.
and what the.
Right, what the
What they're
order.
allowed.
They're probably right on
Pause
it
for a
now.
minute.
Yeah, just for code,
Yeah.
code clarity, because we gotta tell them what code is. As long as you have a 100-foot separation, and you've got parallel frontages, you are allowed 2 freestanding signs. The square footage total allotment is shared between the frontage, so, you don't get a double count the 2 frontages. So yeah, there is an opportunity for it. Generally, the instances that taken advantage of that is the second one's generally a smaller one, just to denote which driveway to turn into. It isn't necessarily 2 identical large signs, but again, that's more of just the board's direction. Also, to help the board and for you to get some feedback, this is in the city, this is a 25-foot tall sign, but they came in with a cabinet, dimensional lettering. This is about the last 25-foot tall sign that the board reviewed. They also had this sign, which is in that neighborhood of about 18, 19 foot tall. Again, using elements of the shopping center and the buildings, bringing it in, not necessarily, one type of sign face. So that's kind of helping them relay the kind of comments that they're telling you is the height can be gained if you bring in some of the characteristics that we're talking about.
Yes.
I understand.
I think it's worth having a brief conversation about the mural just because it's part of the application. We've approved many murals with many different styles. I think this is very appropriate.
Yes,
I
yeah.
don't have an issue with it.
No arguments
Yep.
for anyone.
Yep.
Do you think you have enough from this board, sir?
I do.
Okay.
We'll come up with a design that mirrors the building for the structure of the pylon sign.
If you get it submitted by the 24th, September 3rd would be the next meeting, so.
I can do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Realty One Group, side.
How are you?
Good, sir.
Good.
Your name for the record?
Daryl Glenn, Reliable Signs.
Okay, get you to sign in. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
What are you looking to do?
Okay, this is a set of channel letters we took down at the client's other location. It matches everything that's on the building, it's the same exact design as on the building. This is the back side facing the convention center. They'd just like permission to put up this set of channel letters rather than having them go to waste.
Okay. Is there any comments, questions, concerns?
I would make a motion to approve and make sure that all the, or any repairs done to the
Yeah, this
existing.
actually was a bank before, and there were holes left by, in the past, there was a sign there before.
Right.
So
Okay.
I have no problem with that, filling the holes.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
I'll second that.
Who first? So, Mr. Eads? Okay, Mr. Hubbard. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
T&B, Mickey's Pole Hair Design. How you doing, ma'am? Good. Name for the record?
Blair Houston Fast Signs.
Okay, sort of tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, don't you got?
I do, and I have the next three, so. I'm
Okay,
here for a
you're all
second.
under oath then?
Exactly, yes, sir. So this I wasn't here when this was presented, but this apparently was presented in the past, and since then, the bottom two have been approved, so she is coming back to ask us now that there's a more complete look to it.
Okay. You all approved last time the signs on the windows, you felt, or any of
So to
those?
give you all background,
We don't approve that.
yeah, we don't prevent it.
No, did y'all approve?
So
Criminal.
y'all approved,
Did you all?
Nikki's Coal came in first.
Yeah.
Y'all approved it with an upgrade to the sign to have dimensional lettering. Then the Caribbean Jerk place came in and y'all approved it with flat graphics because of the design of the graphics used. So now they're coming back to see if they can get approved for a flat graphics.
Basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Which would bring continuity to the sign.
Yeah, now the building signage and the window signage that Nikki Coles had, once they get their permit, those all conditions will still apply as far as y'all having removed some window signage and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Questions for the applicant? So,
Nikki Cole's Hair Designs, not a spot, that's the main tenant there, isn't it?
Exactly, yes, sir.
they got half and the other side has the other
Yeah.
half.
Okay. So
What's the-
Presumably, the main tenant would have maybe a
Larger,
more,
yes.
larger, important position and-
Yes.
and design of the sign.
I agree.
You agree, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way to make that divider black?
Sure, I mean, it'll never perfectly match the two blacks, but nobody's just standing there looking at blacks, right? So I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. When, again, we would be removing that top one to make that top one double the space.
This is a sign that was really originally designed as if it was just all tenant panels
Yeah, exactly.
because of the nature of the building.
Right.
Yes.
Changes it.
I think that they have these three, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they did.
Such a nice opportunity to make a aluminum panel with some dimensional
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be preferable.
white neon LED
Yeah.
would have been so nice.
You actually don't see that from, when I drove by today, you don't see it at all. It just
Right on
looks,
17.
yeah.
Yeah, there's just not, it's, yeah, you just don't.
Okay, is there a motion?
I think, motion denied 604.8.5.
Okay, motion denied by Mr. Edens, 604.85.
Jim, why do you
Here,
approve
we-
something of the same quality
Yeah.
below that? I just want to
Because we
highlight
did-
that.
Yeah.
Creative mess.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If it assuages any, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk, so if there's a
Yeah,
motion.
yeah,
Oh,
there's a
sorry.
motion.
I'm sorry.
What reasoning else behind it?
Well, I think it's just the comment that Jim just made about, I think it's the main tenant there. It takes 3 of the spaces and it should have more importance. Well, it's not, they're all important, but it should be more significant, I guess, in design. And it should have some dimension because it's pretty difficult to read right now.
Yeah, we have all the window signages, but there's a motion. Is there a second to the denial?
I'll second it.
Okay, Mr. Hubbard seconded it. Discussion?
Can I be part of this discussion or not? Sorry, just making sure.
Sorry. Anything else you want to add, Mr. Hubbard? No. Ms. Booth?
No.
Mr. Benezzer? Ms. Dara? Mr. Jumper? I mean, I'll put my 2 cents in, but I'll ask for a vote in a minute. But we started off on, my opinion, we started off on a slippery slope when we did the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And changed it whenever that got approved.
Agreed.
Now, these guys are coming back with the same material, there is a likeness to it in that sense.
Right.
But that's about it.
But
So-
also the design of the curriculum was sort of more difficult design.
I'll go back to the previous statement, and we look at every case individually, we don't flat out say
Right.
none of this or none of this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dimensionality to the design of the bottom 2 panels, which is why it was palatable.
Yeah.
White letters on black background, yes, 0 dimensionality.
Right.
It's
Right.
contrast,
And
but
it
there's no
just doesn't read
dimensionality.
that one.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, yes, they are constructed alike, but they're not very much alike.
Yeah.
They are not.
Yeah.
And the
Constructed
reality-
is the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
That's
also
true.
take into consideration the name of the business and what it's trying to, and as a practical matter, with those being tenant panels, not quite sure what much else you could do with them. So, I think that's,
Okay. Cool. Okay, there's a motion to deny. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays. Motion approved for denial.
Can I ask a question about, when you guys say dimension, I just don't want to get confused, are you talking about sort of like the complexity, or are you talking about physical dimension?
Physical,
Okay.
raised letters.
Am
or
I
something.
allowed to ask if you guys would be more partial if we took the Nikki Coles and put white acrylic on top of the cutout so that there was dimension and light did still pass through?
we've
Well,
seen that
So
before.
Yeah, we've done that.
I think with black and white that works.
Can we
Yeah.
reopen it, or no, we have to reapply? Okay.
You're advised.
Sorry, that's what I was trying to put
Okay.
in there before it was like
If you do
formally
feel that the
denied.
board has erred in its decision, you can go to.
Yeah, no worries, I'll let
Burn
them know.
appeals. Okay, and
Next
September
one.
24th is the next.
You got it.
And give us staff about your original approval, because that may basically be what you're asking for anyway, with your dad's next meeting.
It might be, yeah,
So,
I was just given specific,
Yeah.
yeah, so, well, let me
Get up
get
with
the
Darius and we can refresh you on the original approval, that still stands, if it's still good, and that may satisfy what you think you might be proposing.
Okay, sounds good, yeah.
Okay, Sweets on a,
So you guys approved painting this sign at this point, like a couple of months ago. It's taken a minute to get this approved. So now what we're proposing is rip out everything that's existing, other than like the base and the pylons and that like top sort of panel, right? We would enclose the sign with black Maximo that we also paint black to match the structure of the sign. So that way if it ever fades, it's still black underneath it, but everything's the same sheen. So we enclose everything we create, obviously an address number for code. Tenant panels, just flat graphics for those, but Suites on Oak at the very top does have the dimensionality with half-inch PVC lettering. Thoughts?
is the current sign dimensional as it is? As in the letterings of the tenants?
I don't believe so.
It's just
I
like
could be,
base.
I went by and I took a picture this morning, let me see if I can see from the picture, but
It's
I
a-
don't believe
that's
so.
not-
It's a hodgepodge.
It's a hot mess to
They-
me, like,
well,
so
no.
like under oath, it's a hot mess.
Yeah,
So yeah, we would rip all of that out.
and you're gonna repaint, or paint the base, repaint the base
Yes, sir,
to the black.
exactly. I believe the paint, okay, yeah.
15 foot on Oak Street is quite a bit.
You have a lot of tenants.
Yeah, I guess it's because of
And your,
tenants
and your match,
issue.
really the only about the way to get it for code is that they're matching what's existing, cause I think code doesn't allow that high on
Right.
Oak Street with that overlay, but this is one of those that we looked at it as existing non-conforming. They're leaving enough of the original structure, still consider it existing non-conforming.
Right.
Along with the parking lot difficulties.
Yeah.
I was out there, a week or so ago, they're having to park and then back up all the way down there, and they've come close to hitting that building,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's just one of those things that those tenants are trying to survive, and they've kind of now started to get together and work together as a group.
Well,
Instead
that's
of,
important.
originally, it was just the,
And it's 15 foot right now?
I believe so, yeah, I believe that
It's
absolutely.
pretty much the
Let
same
me,
shape.
130, 180, I'm bad at math, hold on.
I mean, you pretty much have the same amount of footage on the structure, it's just a matter of
It's repainting it, which that was approved, but painting, bringing the bottom into that, putting a nice clear address number on it for EMS, things like that, and then, yeah, just giving each tenant roadside space, because also if you look at the building, I know it's two different things, it's under an awning, and then there's like, it's hard to see the building signage completely,
Right.
to be completely honest, so this is kind of their only shot.
Well, it is an upgrade, we'll say that.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hubbard, Mr. Hewens, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Going into combos.
Okay. Gravity's Hair Salon.
So, from what I was told, the new owner of this building bought it after it had already been painted without y'all's permission. So we don't know about that process at all. It was bought already blue. We got approval from the HOA to paint it the blue, and then we also got approval from the HOA for these signs. I believe it's max metal and then like half-inch PVC lettering, if I'm not mistaken.
yes,
Yes.
which is consistent out there. And we did get the HOA approval for that ink color. I know the color differences are, but that surely is color.
Is what it actually is.
It's not as blue as in that right here.
Questions for the applicant? Is there a motion?
Motion and a second.
Yeah,
Oh,
I should
sorry,
second,
Mr.
yeah.
Benazir, Ms. Booth. Discussion? All in favor? Nays? Motion approved. Thank you.
Have a
Sure.
good meal.
Isle of Water at Grandin's.
Afternoon, everybody.
How you doing, sir? Mr. Upper?
Greetings.
Your name for the record?
Greg Duckworth, Environmental Concepts.
You swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir. I'm just gonna sign in real quick here.
While Greg's doing that, this is really, your purview on this neighborhood is really just the buffering landscaping. Some of it was approved previously at, a later date. He's really kind of coming in for the area that's more or less the entrance area, which also includes the Grandview style monument sign. So that kind of really gives you the real gist of it, and it's up on the north end, what they call the north track, so you're getting the marina right off the edge of this picture here, all behind Marina Parkway.
Yeah.
Hospital here, 7-Eleven here.
Yep.
The Marina Village Tract North parcel is basically a continuation of what they've already done down there at in the bowl, if you will. The only difference is it's a different pot of money, and so therefore also a slightly different name to this community, being Isle Water. And this one, for I guess marketing purposes, has a gated community feature as opposed to being just free access. That would be the big changes. But this portion right here is actually an independent, separate request for the original Marina Village tract, not Marina Village tract north. This is,
Oh, the love grass.
yeah, what happened is when we did the original development for Marina Village tract, the first phase down on the south end, this piece was just kind of no man's land, and they didn't know, frankly, what they were going to do with it yet, whether it was going to be parking or what was going to happen there. But at this point in the development evolution, it's going to just be a hillside with green space. And so basically, the buffer was already approved. The only thing we're doing is stabilizing the rest beyond the buffer with the weeping love grass and then the expansion of the sodded area. And then, of course, the rest of the project, which is a different pot of money, which is this Isle Water, is the other project. And the Isle Water is the same Grand Dunes standard monument sign that you see now throughout the communities. And that would also have the low voltage wall wash lighting on it. This is a very similar column that you've seen throughout other sections of the gated communities there on that kind of lower slope of Marina Parkway, like adjacent to like Del Grand Dunes, for example.
So Greg, the gate arm is just beyond the target circle.
I'm sorry, I didn't explain that. Yes, if you're coming in from the original development this way, there's the little controller where you can punch in your key or whatever the process is. And that's the sign. If for some reason you're a guest and you're like, ah, shoot, I made the wrong turn, this is the free return, so you can go away. And then these are the gate arms here.
Okay.
Okay, now that makes sense.
And this was tricky too, because you've got the main loop road internally, and the other sign is on the northbound, just for context. But we wanted to make sure that we were able to place these columns in such a way that people weren't driving over that loop. And gates are open at like all day long. So, but that's how we worked it out.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Hubbard, Mr. Edens, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Okay, thank you. Beach hobbies? How you doing, sir?
Good, my name's Brent Denstridge.
Okay, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and the truth, so help you God?
I do. This is a dual combination. We're trying to get the sign approved. I'll start with the sign, if that's all right.
Sounds good.
Channel letter with a cloud face, so basically acrylic face with the gradient of the logo, backlit and internal lit. It's exact to our logo, so it was just something that we felt. It's 12 foot, 137 inches wide, 32 inches tall, building mounted. That's where we're at with the sign.
Okay, and you're also looking for painting?
Correct, so I didn't know if we were gonna do it both at the same time.
I'll flip to it, the colors of the third one down here if you want to pass it around.
I also brought in color chips to hand out if anybody wants to.
I'd like to see that.
There's also a standalone sign, right?
Anybody else?
Yep, sorry about that.
You good? I'm sorry.
Yeah, please, thank you.
Need anything?
And what are you looking to do to your freestanding sign?
So, right now, this used to be a granite and marble shop. There's no acrylic or anything in it. We're literally just looking to replace the acrylic with this design. Double-sided. It does have backlit on the inside. It's LED backlit, so our intentions would be to have it lit.
How tall is that sign?
To be honest with you, I don't know the answer to that right now. It's pretty tall. It's probably
16.
Yeah, it's at least 10. Could be up over 12.
Here's what it was before. It had a pin and embossed face. He's proposed a flat acrylic with flat graphics. You mentioned channel letters. That part isn't on the request, right? It's just
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
And then explain your paint, because you explained it to staff, but you're painting the front, but you're leaving the sides and rear.
Well, the intentions, mind you, I'm just a vessel here, this is what my boss sent me to do. But all the black on the front would be recolored with the dynamic blue to look like this. The sides weren't part of what we were intentionally gonna do, or initially I should say. But I'm pretty sure that if you said we needed to make the red blue or whatever, we could make it happen. I mean, we were just trying to get the store to a branded level as soon as possible.
Questions for the applicant?
Susie, I'd love to hear what you have.
Yeah, make a motion to separate the standalone sign from the rest of the application.
Okay, there's a motion by Mr. Benazir, freestanding sign versus the rest of the application. Ms. Booth seconded it. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Which one would everybody like to tackle first?
I think just offering my opinion, I like the channel letter sign on the building. It's very nice and very appropriate for the brand and what you're doing there. And as much as I don't care for the shape of the building, I think the blue is nice, but you will have to carry it over to the sides as well.
Okay.
And such a placement, I would say all the black becomes blue and the red goes away completely back to white.
Okay.
But that's just my recommendation.
Okay. Anyone else?
I don't like the blue at all. It's too
Yeah.
effervescent. It's too, it's
Yeah.
gonna read too neon,
And there's a lot of it.
and there's a lot of it.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the application of the blue, I guess, I just put it this way, it was unfortunate that the black was approved.
Yes.
Where it was used, it's not relating to the details and design of the building in a proportional way, creating these sort of thin ribbons of color. And there's just a way to think about the application of color, the whole pediment being blue like that, then putting the sign, which we all like, with that same blue on the beach over the top of the blue. I just think there's some misses here that are going to be unintended consequences that you all might not be seeing, but in reality, it's going to be very muddy, and it's just not going to present well.
The blue, in my opinion, does not give the signage its justice. You don't
Right.
actually
Cool
see.
sign, yeah.
Yeah.
What if that triangulated area was white
That's what
and
we're
then
headed.
the rest of it
Yeah.
was trimmed out in that blue? Like,
No,
No,
that's-
the blue is not
the
gonna work
blue's
for
not
me at
gonna
all.
work.
No.
okay.
The, architecturally, that building and that effervescent blue don't go together. The architectural style of that building and that blue just are not cohesive.
The building's architectural.
I have-
Yes. The building architectural style is not cohesive.
What it was attempting to do.
What's it,
Just
Did I
doesn't-
say that wrong?
no, I'm saying even without the
Yeah,
paint.
you
it's
can,
not-
you can,
Even without the paint,
And now it's even,
you can paint all the
Yes.
coins and then trim back to white.
I will say the only reason that this has even come across as somewhat acceptable is because, again, this is on Third Avenue South, somewhere right next to it, we've improved that, the Mexican restaurant, which kind of resembles this a bit in architecture. Obviously, it's done much better and much more correctly, but it has, you know, the coins and all that. It's very reminiscent.
But in this style, which this is attempting to be reminiscent of a certain style,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
One would never paint parts of
Coins
the
separate.
trim
No.
in a dark contrast
No.
color. What one would do would be paint the whole thing white, the coins white,
Yeah.
et cetera, and then maybe inside of the arch, right, that would go blue where the windows are darker. And now you're starting to call attention to the cool detail of the arches
Yeah.
over the top. But I'm starting
Yeah.
to design your building for you,
Right.
and that's not our role.
Right.
Well,
It's just, it's a misapplication.
what I need to know for direction, because we're, you know, obviously when we did this, we liked it, right? So we
Yeah.
wouldn't present it if we didn't like it.
Understood.
But I don't want to waste your time and
No.
not have to come back
No.
multiple times. So what would be acceptable so that way we can move forward? 'Cause
Get rid of the blue.
A different blue.
right now it's black for all the
Get rid of the
blues.
black.
Paint all that white. This, I'm just gonna throw out
Yeah,
there, right?
Yeah.
please,
Now, this is
please.
not, I don't wanna get put into a position where I'm designing their project for them. But paint everything white,
Mhm.
pick a different blue than this electric blue, paint the inside of the round top detail over the top of those windows, whatever that complementary color is. If you want blue, you could find the blue, it's just not this neon blue, so we can't pick that for you right now.
Right, our
And do
color
it
is
consistently everywhere, and that's going to make that'll unify this somewhat disjointed building.
Yeah.
But our brand is that blue light, so I'm just saying, like, when
Okay.
we design our logo, that's the blue of our
That's
logo.
the exact blue,
Yeah,
okay.
you
well,
can
then
add
maybe
blue back in the
inside
approach.
arches,
Put smaller pieces of it.
Yeah, if you just add some blue that's in reference to the blue and the beach, but not all of that.
For the applicant's clarification, you're not suggesting a different blue in the signage, though?
No, no,
You-
no,
you-
no,
No, no, I
Which is
understand
your
that.
logo, there where you can keep your brand.
You don't
Right,
have
right.
to paint your building the color of your brand. Like,
No.
that is not a
Sure.
good thing.
And there's a gradient to your logo, you can pick any one
Yeah,
of
that's
those blues.
exactly right,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
I wouldn't want to veer away from our blue. If we can't paint it blue
Yeah,
at
we're
all,
not-
I
yes.
probably wouldn't paint it any blue.
Yeah,
is
we're not
what I'm getting at.
suggesting pink or some crazy
No,
thing.
I understand.
mean, yeah, just a different.
Like a
blue.
gray.
Hey, Gray, blue, something.
So would you
that's-
guys like to separate the
Further?
sign from the building painting as well?
I think I think we should see
See
it
the
all
whole
at once.
thing.
I don't
I
think
agree.
you want to
I
piecemeal
think-
this
I think
together.
they see it all.
Because I mean, for me, the sign, I think is a little too large for that space because you're not even 50 yards off the street there.
You said something about branding it as fast as possible. Is there a reason for an urgency there that we should consider?
We just have no signage right now.
Are you
We're
open
open.
for business?
Yeah, so at this very moment, we don't even have stickers on the windows.
You could put a temporary sign in that
You can
vinyl.
give the staff about a temporary banner for 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that'd
Get
get
something
you-
up there.
Yeah,
get
you
some
need,
time.
Okay.
you need to do something,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to. And it's
Yeah.
we
Understand.
got moved in just over a week ago, so we really haven't got,
Yeah.
well, we want to obviously
Got your
Sure,
let
absolutely.
people know where
You
we're at.
have the right to do that.
So do you, well, okay, a motion,
To deny 604.8.3.
And I'll
okay.
second that.
And that's for, what do we deny?
The motion for the color and the building signage.
Yeah, yeah, the whole thing.
Okay,
And it's point three?
Three.
And then you guys separated out the freestanding sign.
correct. We'll take a vote on this. Mr. Edens and Ms. Dara, discussion on the denial. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Okay, if you feel that we've mistaken you can appeal to the,
Can I ask a question real quick
Yeah.
about the denial?
Yeah.
So as far as the denial goes, it was denied based on the color of the blue,
the color.
correct? But you
the-
said something about the size of the
For me,
sign.
the signage was the size for me, but some of the board members said they were fine with the signage.
Okay, so
And the style
I
of
need
the
to focus
signage.
on the color of the building right now,
Probably so.
basically, is what you're.
Probably so,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Won't you get some outside help in color placement, palette, shades, everything? Might help you
Okay.
move faster
Okay.
to get a professional to help you with that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, freestanding sign is the next.
What size is it?
They don't know for sure.
It's 6 foot by 6 foot, as far as the acrylic inset is.
Motion to
You know that.
604.
Okay,
Second. Second.
Mr. Benezra, Mr. Edens is a motion for denial. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Mr. Benezra, you want to give some suggestions?
Yeah,
Mr.
and I
Edens?
apologize for splitting it. If the whole thing was going to be denied, we should have left it alone. But this was a much clearer cut case of something that we don't want to see at all. A flat sign box, very little thought into the design. Really, not to tell you how to design the sign, but the logo should be more prominent than hobby shop. Hobby shop should be a little more
Secondary.
coherent
Yeah.
and secondary to the logo.
Complete opposite of what we think, but the good sign on the building though, I mean, we want people to know it's a hobby shop. The
Yeah.
sign on the building has our logo, so that was the
Yeah.
thought process there.
No, I
Yeah, but I'm
understand the
kinda
logic of it, but
Yeah.
in terms of design is all we're tasked with, not the logic of operating a business. And really, design-wise, this doesn't read well. The second part of this is that we have been on sort of a mission to kind of bring down all the signs into a more appropriate dimension, size, and complexity in terms of dimension. This is kind of hitting all those points where it's a little too big for what it is, it's too flat, and it's, sign box.
I
You
will
guys-
say that the suggestion to get some help from a sign company that designs these and understands the hierarchy of what text is what size and what's smaller. Just because it's bigger does not mean you're necessarily gonna get more attention to those words. It seems counterintuitive, but people just glaze over it, right? And whereas if it's integrated into the design. I will add that this sign is gonna be a challenge with the landscaping
Yeah,
that's
that
there
was what we valued,
in
yes.
terms of its height.
Yeah.
And so I think we should, not just one voice, but we should give some consideration to
Yeah, I think.
positioning the
Yeah,
sign
leave the
above
positioning of
truck.
the sign where it starts in terms of height is appropriate,
Yeah.
but I think that cabinet is way too large.
Just
for
especially
what it is.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially.
So
We need to
if
maybe
you
lower
can
the box.
envision, if you can envision, for example, where hobby shop is almost like a rectangular panel, and then the logo in channel letters is above it on a flat background, that's a much more appropriate use, that cuts it down to about half.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably had.
If we're comparing this to another sign that was just approved on Third Avenue South, the Botero golf cart sign, I mean, flat, just their logo in the center, very similar.
I don't think we've approved that in
Yeah, I
recently.
don't really know what's that.
It's very flat, the Botero one is, I drive by it every day.
So I have a question. What is the RC? Are you beach
Remote-
hobby shop?
Remote
Yeah,
control
I'm
cars.
really
Okay.
confused about what
They were the
hobby
hobby
shop
shop in the middle.
is.
And
Remote
then the
control
.com.
cars, RC,
So the name of your business is beachrc.com?
correct, yeah, we're a website as well. We're nationally known.
Is that golf cart possibly the county property in the corner?
It's not, because I used to be in that building.
No, there's what kind of sign?
I think it was pan face.
Yeah, it's like a pan
Pan
and a boss
face,
face.
okay.
Boston.
Which is what the original sign was in that,
Exactly.
for the Milano kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So you probably need to ask the sign company about a pan and embossed sign face with the, taking into account the design elements that the board has suggested.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion carried. Again, if you feel that the board is there, then you can appeal to the affiliate court. The next submission is by the 24th, the September 3rd meeting. But, I mean, I would suggest to give Marcus to maybe a temporary sign up there so you can get visibility going
Okay.
immediately. Okay?
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Crave Italian Restaurant.
Okay.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you? I was gonna bring these in last time. These are the lights that we use. But we actually just did the tree on 10th Avenue.
Swear to tell your name for the record.
Chris Collins.
What you say? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I did my plug in. There you go.
Yeah, how many trees do we have here?
So this is, they're proposing the 5 oak trees right out front of
Okay.
the restaurant. I gave them 2 options as far as, height wise. So I do know it is very close to the road with a lot of traffic through there. They want them fully wrapped. With it being that close to the road, we do have dimmers that we could still, fill the tree out and it would be more of wouldn't be as bright. But this is kind of what they were looking for, similar to, 44 and King.
So for the board's clarity, sir, you're saying the red and the yellow are your 2 options.
Yeah.
Red is where you'll run the lights up, second option is running the lights all the way up to the yellow.
Correct.
And
Yes,
then
sir.
dimming them.
Yeah,
Go higher, yeah.
we could dim either one, but, they obviously want it to be filled out, so I haven't proposed that yet to them, but we would probably just put the dimmers on there anyways, and you can
We got 1,
manually
2,
adjust it.
3,
They
4,
won't have to dim.
5, yeah.
And they're trying to do this for aesthetics or to help people find
For
them?
attention.
That, yeah, I think so, because,
That
kind
might
of,
be the case.
it's kind of tough if you're going northbound
Right.
to figure out what,
You have to
exact-
turn and.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was one reason, and, obviously for aesthetic, but,
I mean, the oak trees are a really important part of the character of this site, right?
Correct.
So and again, and I've seen y'all's work, it's great, you're very cohesive, you use the right materials, you apply it properly, these are all the things that we're looking for. So I trust your judgment in this, in terms of the question I'm gonna ask. Well, what is your recommendation? And I guess the caveat for me would be the dimming is, can that be set such that it is not manipulated, it's not app driven?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, they would be
You would
in
set it
control of that,
to be-
correct, and they could adjust it if they wanted to. Just the restaurant owner, so to speak,
But
or we could set it.
Is it a lockbox sort of situation where no one
Yes.
else can get
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it? Okay, that's. where
Yeah,
my
yeah, it wouldn't be accessible, yeah,
Right.
definitely.
But if these were your trees, and this was your business, what's your recommendation?
I would recommend filling them out all the way, that.
Is that because it really captures the character of
Definitely.
the oak tree?
Yeah, yes, sir. I don't, the red, it wouldn't look bad.
So less light, more coverage, more even, right?
Correct.
And how do we lock that down so that they're not, just you put them in and they get cranked out the bulb through?
The dimmer themselves, yeah, we have the actual lock boxes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, let me ask.
But what's to
one more
stop the
question.
owner from doing that?
Yeah.
Jacking it up?
Yeah.
we would have the key. It would be, yeah, so I would be in total, we
Is
could
there
set
any
it once.
instance
and
that we can think of where trees right on 17 are lit? I mean, that's
Not
it's
that
not
one.
really similar to 44 King at all.
Spanish
And
restaurant
placement.
on 70.
Right, and we've cranked that down quite a bit from what he had.
Fiesta.
Fiesta.
Yeah.
And he
We
had
cranked
every
that
tree
a
around
lot.
it, we took it
Yeah.
completely down.
Are those trees,
I think this takes, I mean, I like it, but I think there's some characteristics of the building that's gonna be taken away. Because, I mean, we designed that building well with the signage and everything else, I thought, but.
I agree. So I also recommended just doing the couple palms that were in front. That's, that's a little less,
right,
still draws attention. I think there's a big one here and the other couple small ones.
okay, one more question.
Yes.
Are the trees, I'm looking at the structure, are they clean enough as they exist to do the?
Absolutely, yeah, we wouldn't have to touch.
I just wanna make
That
sure.
was one of my big concerns was,
Yeah.
that, but yeah, they look almost like
Like
that.
that,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
all
so-
of them are fairly clean
Yeah,
then?
yes,
Okay.
These bulbs change color?
These ones don't. Now we could get.
No, we
don't.
don't.
Yeah,
There's a reason.
Right, yeah, that's,
No,
yeah.
no, don't think so.
We could have it dancing out there if you want to, but,
Don't do that either. Well,
I mean, it is a Pandora's box we will open to a certain point. I mean, we had that discussion with 44 and King also, I think.
Yep, they're not on the street.
They're not right on the
Yeah,
street.
Agreed, no question about that.
If we
There's
would-
only one, yeah.
If we would approve this, I think they would have to be dimmed somewhat.
From
I
a
have a
staff
hard- I have
level,
a
we
hard-
would, because there's a glare issue. and
Yeah, I would
normally you
think,
don't
yeah,
have that issue right on the property line,
Right.
because they're not on it. But
yeah,
in this case, you almost hang it over the roadway, directly driving toward it.
yeah.
These would probably have to be severely limited in how bright they are, to the point where they're very low watt.
Okay,
A
Matt.
lot more probably easy to think.
Matthew,
And I think
who would
you know,
determine
red line
that,
rather than yellow.
Yeah.
city-wise, who would determine if they were?
Our glare ordinance is kind of open-ended, as if it's causing an issue, it could be at any point that any.
You wait till
And it could
someone
be
runs off the
complaint
road?
driven, it could be, we could think it's okay, and if a complaint comes in that it's not, then that could be a not, so.
It falls on me.
Okay, I heard that.
You don't need to-
I need it in writing.
So your original recommendation was, let's start smart and small, do the palms.
Okay.
See if we're calling attention to the building properly, and walk slowly into the oak trees as lit up thing.
Another suggestion that I thought of when I first sat down was if you just wanted, you could also just do the first
The first two.
1, 2, just closer to the entrance.
Yeah.
Which those are actually the two smaller of the 5, so.
Those
I
would be
like
our
that
trees.
better.
That would
Yeah,
be preferable.
So we could
Yeah.
either start there and then do the, if you want to, we could just do the palms first, or if you think just the 2 oak
Okay
trees,
with the
or.
palms leading you into.
Well, it identifies the entrance.
Right.
Yeah, it does, and, yeah, I think those
The
first,
two homes there.
yeah.
So 2 oaks and 2 palms to start with.
Yeah, and we could still also be, that'll all be on dimmers as well, in case.
Okay.
Now you're running those lights, typically you guys like the uplighting.
That's true, but I think if we're doing and I'm just wondering, but if we're doing the live oaks too, then in that case, and they're all matching to match, yeah.
They actually do that, the landscape uplighting there does work, which normally, doesn't really take away, it's the same color,
Yeah,
the warm
okay,
white,
so
so
you
yeah,
can
there will
do
be
the
no
uplights?
contrast, yeah, exactly, so If anything, it'll illuminate it a little bit more, but
There is some uplighting on the palms already.
correct.
Yeah, so if you're going to do the palms, are you just going to do the bases, or are you
And
going
on the tree, on the oak trees, there's uplighting.
Yeah.
So they do have uplighting on their landscaping already.
That's true.
Then I think that makes even more sense just to do two that are there at the drive.
The two oak
Is
trees.
that a motion?
Yes.
Okay, second.
Okay, Ms. Dara?
What are we, just the oak tree?
Just the oak trees.
The two oak trees.
No, I think it's 2 oak trees, 2
Oh,
palms.
I'm sorry, 2 oak trees, 2 palms.
Yes.
Are we going from the rounds on the oak trees all the way up, or are we going,
To the red line.
To the red line.
The first line.
so we're doing just the yellow?
No, you
Just
got
the red.
Just the
red.
Just the red?
Yeah, just the
Red
red.
now.
The trunk and the first third of the branches.
I think that's a good start.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to throw it all out there at once, so, and I think that'll definitely light it up still enough.
Mr. Edens?
You can second.
Okay. Mr. Edens?
Thank you.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Thank you, sir.
And just to throw that out, we will be maintaining this year round, so, you know, we have a maintenance plan with Craig, so obviously we'll make sure it looks good, that, you know, it's not hanging off.
Thank you, we trust you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Okay, Walmart 2712.
Yeah, y'all seen a lot of Walmarts. The first two is just site lighting and building lighting, and then the last two are the ones you've been reviewing the last couple of meetings.
Okay. Your name for the record, sir?
I am Randy Kratz.
Okay, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you
Yes,
God?
I do.
Get you to sign in if you could, just get a second, please.
Keep this image in your mind for that gray, because that might be helpful. We went out and took a picture of the Seaboard Street Walmart, which is a very similar light gray to what they're proposing on these other Walmarts. So
Okay,
we'll flip back to this.
thank you.
Basically, like he said, we have 4 of these, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They're all similar. Basically is, taking the old fixtures down, replacing them with new modern fixtures that are brighter. They've noticed safety issues, security issues, and dark spots around the parking lots, and which includes the building wall packs. So the solution to this is on the parking lot lights, every pole that has 2 heads on the fixture, we're going to replace those with newer, more modern, brighter LED fixtures, and we're going to add 2 more heads to it.
Why do
So-
you need 2 more heads?
What kind of wattage? is this?
We're looking at lumens here, and I don't have the exact
You're looking
lumens for each type fixture, but they're in the specs up top.
That
And
photometric reads somewhere between
we
5
have some
and
specs
8
here on
about
those.
The entire parking, and all the blue outside is 0, so it doesn't.
Yeah, I've
just
checked
go
on the
over it all.
perimeter, it's good, yeah.
Yeah, It's actually done very well, and it's
Yeah.
bright.
I mean, like I said, the main concern is, safety and security. Having brighter lights out there.
Well, yeah, the type of lights are fine, like Mr. Manzera said, I checked the outside perimeter, all that's 0.
They did a good job containing it, and it really is appropriate, like the roads are a little bit more illuminated than the parking spots, and the building is not too overwhelming compared to the parking lot. And Walmart does present a safety challenge and massive amounts of traffic, so I think it's appropriate for
Is
this.
that a motion, Mr. Vanessa?
On the photometric only, is that the only part of this
On
application?
the
lighting?
first 2, yes,
First
sir.
2,
Yes, and that's my motion to approve.
on number 5, right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll second.
Ms. Booth, second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Okay, you're still under oath for the Walmart 5 Precinct 7. Same
Yeah.
concept?
Pretty much the same process. These are markets, and they're a little bit smaller. So there's going to be a lot of wall packs in areas that need them, that has parking spaces in front of them. And basically, it's replacing old ones, putting new brighter ones in. Same thing on the pole lights, change it from a 2-head to a 4-head, and upgrading the 2 heads that are there.
Questions for the applicant on this one?
These are also all 0.
It's all 0 now.
Motion to. Mr. Hubbard, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Jumper, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion approved. Walmart 2870, that's conceptual final review for exterior, also building alterations.
You want to hold on a second, sir, 'cause
Yeah.
this one has a lot more to do than just lighting package. So you got some others coming up here with you.
Hello.
Your names for the record?
David Orchard?
Rebecca Jones.
Okay, y'all swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Whoever wants to lead off on this?
So since the previous time, we have drastically changed the colors or application of it. We have switched most of the building to that lighter gray that you saw in that previous store. Have some samples of it. So those would be all of the grays used on the store.
Yeah, we kept the darker gray towards the rear of the store just because there's not really a lot of interest there, and it also helps kind of mask the dirt, you know, the wear and tear that commercial retail buildings typically have.
How's it going?
So we really try to keep the architectural features visible with all of the contrast between the lightest grays. So the brick is ETR, we're not changing the brick. We're not changing the roof. So it's just really highlighting just those architectural features and brightening up the space.
And then additionally, we removed the blue from the returns, so it's only on the front face. And then over at the pharmacy drive-thrus.
So the blue is not the entire.
No, no, it's just on the front face.
I think this is more what we were asking for.
So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So which gray is it? Your
So-
main wall gray?
All three will be
That one?
used. That one will be the lightest accent gray that we're gonna use on some of the metal features, but the
Okay.
majority will be that middle gray.
The middle one?
Yes,
No, this or that?
That
the middle one.
The
Yes, that one.
Oh, that.
Yeah, signage is.
Yep.
So that's the accent,
Where's the main building?
the little trim.
This, right here.
Over the front door.
You know.
They changed the font on Walmart again.
Size and,
It's on this, this schematic right here.
oh, that's it?
Yeah.
It's not that.
It's for
Oh,
Walmart.
no, this is the main Walmart sign.
Oh,
Right
Bonner
here.
sign,
Okay.
sorry.
And the spark is going.
This one.
Is that?
Well, I'll just talk about the color real quick, if that's okay with the board. So this,
Sure.
this is what, at least in my mind, that we were trying to communicate as to be respectful. The Walmart buildings, you know, some thought went into these neighborhood markets and the original concepts that design a box, let's say, that had some detail to it, and that was a scale and with familiar forms that are more in keeping with neighborhoods, and that sort of fundamental thing. And to try to unify all of these neighborhood markets using the big box colors, in our mind, was not appropriate in this community. And then, if you're gonna choose what colors to paint, pay attention. So if now you're using a darker color in the areas that recess, and that makes sense, right? And you're using a brighter color because they recess, right? A brighter color for the pieces that have moved forward. You've not gotten rid of all the blue at the front, but you've stopped making the entire entry element a sign to a degree by just using that blue on the front as a contrast for that. So I think that this is a vast improvement over where you've been in the past. And now let's talk about the signage, sorry.
Okay.
I'm fine, I was just checking the dimensions to see if it's rendered properly and that it
Yep,
actually
it
is.
is, okay.
And to your point, the blue, if you remember in the previous versions of it,
Yeah, it was.
it was just, it looked like such a billboard, and now it doesn't. It really looks very appropriate.
Yeah.
Great job.
Okay. And then I also wanted to make sure to add back the decorative element, so you guys were,
Yeah.
that was remaining, yeah.
Yes, thank you, this is nice, very much.
Lighting was zero out.
Pretty much the
Pretty much
same.
the same.
Pretty much the same.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve item 7.
Mr. Hubbard, Mr. Nezra, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion approved.
Great
Okay.
job.
And y'all are all still on the road, so.
It's all.
It's all good.
Yeah,
All of
lighting
them.
was good.
All of them.
CFA was done. Basically, it got approved.
Yeah, they just approved everything altogether.
He's good.
Oh,
Yeah, we're good.
Zero at the.
She was focused on it.
I just got concerned. Okay,
So
so fair.
as staff, we went out to this project, we worked, or helped Walmart guide them through y'all's comments last time. We also talked to the, kind of the HOA, ARB of the community, and they weren't, unless you had any other different conversations after we spoke, they didn't really have any openness to tackling the whole entire shopping center at this point in time. Now, we did find that this out parcel building kind of uses some of the same grades, and that they're proposing, as well as if you, and I don't know if we got a great shot because of the sun, but that's actually more gray compared to what it looks like in it. And then we also went to the apartment building, which y'all referenced behind it, which they actually used some of the grays, some whites, and some of the tans that kind of matched that. So all three colors were really used in that kind of block of,
Thank you
parcels.
for doing that for us.
Yeah. So I'll let them lead off. That, again.
Yeah, again, like we did with the other store, we tackled it with more of the light gray, reduced the blue on the wing, the returns, and just kept the dark gray on the corners and the recess.
And where this is helpful, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Ms. Dara, but the lighter gray trim and also the main color is maybe not all the way to grayish, but it's a warmer gray. And I think it's not completely incompatible with some of the warmer colors in the smaller
You still here
buildings.
for this lady?
This helps a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, and again, we're not changing the brick color, not changing the roof, and like we did on the other one, we kept the truss, the rear of the store, that darker gray.
Yeah,
kinda high.
it works, thank you.
For clarity, number 8 also has lighting package. That was missed on me.
Are we zero still all the way?
Zero.
around?
We're good.
Consistent fixture age.
Pretty aggressive, but that's about it.
Yeah.
The corner closest to the front and the bypass is
Yeah, it's
pretty
not near
bright.
the house, it's right.
But even the use of,
Not next to the house, not
Yeah.
next to the house.
but even the use of blue right here,
Yeah.
consistently in other areas, is it replacing some of the green that was there?
Yeah, we're removing all of the
So
green.
that's consistent too, that was the rationale there. Okay. Motion to approve.
Mr. Hubbard, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Edens, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
So I'm already sworn in. All right, we're moving on to building permit applications, Harbor Freight Tools. 1900. Your name?
These in the middle?
Sure.
And your name for the record?
Holton Brinson.
And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. I'm with Hembell Properties, and we're the developer on the Harbor Freight project at 1900 Highway 501. And we are here, we had a discrepancy in our building plans that we're trying to remedy today to change the paint color on the pilasters, faux windows, and the water table, a more complementary color to our brick.
Yeah, better.
At first I was worried it was going the other way.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the all that red?
I can't remember that.
What was it originally supposed to
There's
be?
no way that was.
That was revision 5
It was,
that you guys did not.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So originally,
Appreciate it.
they used a different brick, which had a little bit different undertone, and they were also gonna lay it out in more of a chevron pattern.
Yeah.
Fancy, but,
We still have the same pattern. Yeah, these sections were supposed to be, just another brick color that complemented.
yeah, the brick
this.
itself had the contrasting colors, but they used the same brick. They painted it, and now they're coming in to,
Paint it again.
Yeah, this is better.
And once you paint it, it's no fun taking it
No,
back.
looking at it.
And
Know
this
that
is a
well.
controllable.
Unfortunately.
But So also the main archway, the main entrance is also painted red instead of the red brick that it was supposed to be?
This?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a ephes.
That's ephes,
Yeah,
okay.
painted red.
Isn't that supposed to be brick also?
I thought so.
No.
I remember it.
That was, it was Eves.
Any other questions for the applicant? If not, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union.
For context, while Greg gets signed in on this one, this building, y'all have seen some renovations on the building. They were kind of, painting.
Does he come back?
No, he's gone.
Okay, I just didn't.
So
I'm
so
good.
now
I'll
they're
sign
coming
it.
in to match up the landscaping with the other renovations.
Okay.
This is the building you've already approved for
Craig, you're still
renovation.
under oath.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the old one of the Webster University buildings. It's now the operations center for the bank. And basically, we're taking all the long tooth plant material out and refreshing it. It's that simple of a
Pleasure to approve.
So obviously you.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you. All right. Ms. Dara, did you say?
Yes.
Second that? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No one opposed? Thank you, Greg. Thanks, Greg. All right, rooftop at 76.
See you all later.
Heritage Construction, thank you. You've seen this one before.
Yeah.
You have while she's getting signed in, they're having just some slight changes to the elevation. Mostly in the roof line area.
Great. Your name for the record?
Sarah Malone?
Sarah, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Great, thank you. So
So
what's
basi-
changing?
Just the top the elevation, but the top up here, the roof line.
Okay.
We had to adjust a little bit, had some budget cuts and some redesigns to the top floor. So it changed from a metal roof up there to a shingle, and then it's got just like a full pitch.
Okay, which, okay.
This
The
one right
the
here.
gables were standing
Oh,
seam.
I see. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This was a little bit more open originally too.
How about the roofs on top of the towers? Are they still standing seam or is that?
Yes, sir, we didn't touch those.
And we're different.
That's a pretty common
Yep.
approach, even
Yeah,
when
I would
it's,
think it's okay.
intentional. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we really liked this building.
Yeah.
Great motion
Yeah.
to approve.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Jumper's got a motion.
Oh, second.
Mr. Edens, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Ayes have it. Maple Village duplexes.
Aaron gone or waiting on something? Is he gone or is he?
He's
Oh,
gone.
he had to go to,
I thought he was
go to-
recused and we just forgot.
While the applicant's getting signed in on this one, y'all reviewed and approved this a little over a year ago. They've come in, but the submittal they gave us for this go-round is slightly different than the submittal that y'all approved last time. So I put the original approved first, and then you'll see what they gave us last.
All right, your name for the record.
My name is Chad.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So you're gonna point out what you changed?
So y'all approved it with adding these shutter features on the end and on the back.
Okay,
So this is all the original approved.
got it, remember adding this.
Here it is. And then now we're getting into, the site plan didn't change, landscaping didn't change, and we'll get into the renderings here, which is what they submitted to us.
Just for cost-wise, which is taking the shutters out was, that's the only thing that's been changed.
off the ends,
Off the
the end to the street.
I mean, for
They're not
just for the
windows
one building?
I think it's
The two ends,
Just four
the
shutters.
things that.
Did we have
Or
it on
faux
every building? I
show.
thought we only had it on that
Just on
one
the
building.
first one and the
Just on
last
the
one.
end.
Talking
Four
about
shutters.
4 shutters.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, four, okay.
Yeah, that's six. No.
And it
Each
didn't
end.
look,
So there's 8 shutters total we were talking
8
about.
shutters and
Yeah.
it just it didn't look right when we started looking into the shutters in.
Was there, was there any?
So that,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't like
as a board, we're relatively permissive, particularly when the product is being, say, appropriately affordable, and this is. And we also are respectful of the fact that, you know, oftentimes in these plans, you can't really put a window there, but that is also the most public-facing element of the building. And so, as a very low sort of barrier to entry, we will often allow just the applicant to show some shutters there that, as if they're closed, and I don't think it's.
It's not unreasonable.
Not
It's not unreasonable.
We need to leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
We can leave them on,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just,
okay.
that'd be fine.
okay.
We can leave them on, it's,
So then, what we would be, is this just a recert then, at the end
Yeah,
of the day?
essentially, yes.
At that point, if you want the shutters on, yes.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, we want the shutters.
so now are you asking us just to recertify the original design?
recertify those, we're gonna start construction this
As
month.
previously approved and presented.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Second. Mr. Jumper, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed to that? No. Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. 27th Avenue Partners. And let's note that we've added a perimeter fence and dumpster enclosure. Nathan, your name for the record?
Nathan McClellan.
Nathan, good to see you again.
Yes,
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
What are we looking at today?
So we were here in May for a conceptual review. Essentially, the overall design and appearance of the community has stayed the same. If you recall, right before we had come in last time, we just discovered a third landmark tree on the property in that back corner by the church. So that created some creative opportunities for us, and we ended up expanding the site more towards Oak Street, which opened up the parking a bit and some of the common spaces. We also converted one of the duplex units into 2 single-family cottages and put them around the landmark oak tree.
Oh, that's nice.
So unit count stayed the same, exterior colors stayed the same. We created 2 single-family units instead of a duplex. We added the dumpster enclosure. We had not quite figured that out when we were here for the conceptual, so it's shown in here with some renderings. And we added a perimeter fence, which will
I had some issues with their site plan getting it into the presentation, but I'm gonna pull it up separate so we can talk about it.
Oh, that's fine.
And then we'll flip back to the room.
Thank you.
While you're doing that, we want to point out that we really appreciated Greg's design of the individual cottages, and we see a lot of projects of this nature, and this one just really didn't try to crowd the site in sort of an overwhelming way. So we praise that relationship with the open space. And also the duplexes and the singles, the way that there's variation on each face of these building forms, just simple rotations and positional changes creates a whole new streetscape appearance and look. So those are some key things that we want to make sure we're emphasizing as we look at these going forward. And then reacting to a tree like that, that's very beneficial.
It's got a landmark tree here, here, and here. This fence line is just to separate this parcel from the church parking lot, correct, Nathan?
Yes. Well, there's a 6-foot fence here along the church, and then it continues over here to kind of have privacy from the other.
What kind of fence are you doing, may I ask?
Just white vinyl privacy.
Yeah, we've got it in there. I'll pull it up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
His
Okay.
dumpster is here, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Same kind of fence that you're
Does that have a surround on it, the same fence? Or is it
It's CMU with stucco.
Oh, it is, okay.
Oh,
And there's
great.
renderings of it.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Sir.
Any other questions for the applicant?
No.
Just a note, BZA was interested in Nathan retaining, showing on the landscape plan, some of the trees along Oak Street.
Okay. Any other this just shows us that there's a way to get the yield, where there's a financial case to be made for the elevated architecture and planning. Great job.
Yes, good.
So where the dumpster is, are the, do you have units like facing it, or is it their back door to the dumpster?
I believe I turned all of them away from the dumpster enclosure. Yes, that's the rear of a house, your porches are on this side, same with this unit.
Can you put a separate door in for just so someone can enter without opening the case?
We will have an opening on this side,
Okay.
without a door.
Okay.
Just okay.
It's not in the rendering, but yeah, we'll have just a hollow opening for people to access without having to use the big gate.
That's great.
Okay.
And then there's this plan.
Did you look at the landscaping?
Yeah, everything was good. Yeah, I appreciate what you did. No, this is really a beautiful project. I'm in love with it.
All right. A motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Mr. Benezra. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you.
Again, thank you guys.
All right, here's Rabbit Man.
Wow, isn't that amazing?
30, 320 Broadway Street. Your names for the record. Your names for the record.
Brian Schmidt.
John Kraft.
Good to see you. I'll swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Sir. It's always great to get back in front of you guys for some public art. That was Rabbit Man. So Rabbit Man is a new modern public sculpture that we want to anchor on Broadway Street, 4th Avenue and Broadway Street intersection. Rabbit Man probably does not fit in this room, so he's even quite tall. You'll see later some scale photos. So the unimproved area here today is this. So some project goals, I know you're talking about art, but some project goals here are to actually work with our public works and extend the pedestrian access. The vantage point here is actually from the crosswalk. So if you know Broadway Street, you know that those crosswalks are set back. So traditional curb and gutter up to the sidewalk with all the correct access and an additional viewing pad. Rabbit Man there is placed on our side of the property line, and we want to work with the tenant there to just enhance, extend their landscaping, even if that's something that we can do on our side. Lighting is also something that we're exploring. In the right lighting, this cork and steel material is absolutely beautiful at night.
Could you possibly do it in the pavement? I mean, recessed into the pavement?
Right now, we're looking at, we don't currently have an access for utility, even for low voltage. So that's one thing we're working through with Public Works to see if we can do.
Maybe eventually could they actually resolve this area? Could it be irrigated as part of public?
Tons of solar options for that. That would work.
I tried to show the material of the pavement here to match what exists on Broadway Street today. So not necessarily pavers, but painted material or similar color. Also in tone of the statue, this will continue to rust. It's supposed to. So we, as a maintenance part of the, I think we're going to maintain the area more than we have to maintain the statue, including some of those rust stains.
So I heard a comment that made sense to me, and which is, why are we not angling this closer to Broadway, maybe the catty corner of the property, so that most of the traffic on Broadway can benefit from it? Is that something that's considered or not?
The positioning of the statue, sorry, Charlie.
Yeah.
I question the place.
It's like facing more toward the corner so you see
Yeah.
it driving by.
Fourth Avenue is not very well
Just
traveled.
kind of
It's kind of like a.
Fourth Avenue's kind of on the
So
side
you're
a little bit.
suggesting angle it.
Angle it.
Angle it, okay.
Would you like more concrete around it to take a photo?
Possibly.
Like putting the rabbit in the middle.
Sure. We get two Rabbit Men.
No, there's one rabbit man.
One is good.
But
Mr. Eagle, what a great suggestion.
You mean a rabbit lead.
Oh my.
So something like if it were right here and then.
Yeah,
instead of
just
being
think all the
split
traffic
into-
you have is
and it
coming
was
down Broadway, it'd be
surrounded by
nice.
this versus
Yes.
just leading to the sidewalk.
Yes,
Right.
correct.
I think that would be great.
If you've ever, if you have time, you can go back and see Rusty the Rabbit. It is the same artist, and he's on the Swamp Rabbit Trail in Greenville. And so his situation is probably similar to what you're envisioning, where they've created a nice circle viewing pad and lighting landscaping, something very similar.
Yeah, this is gonna be hidden away a little bit. I don't think Rabbit Man wants to hide.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a subject of quite a few conversations in the area.
Yeah, anecdotally, folks line up around the corner on
Yeah.
Easter to take photos
Oh, of
with
course.
Rusty the Rabbit.
Part of the committee's goal was putting it here, was to draw more people down Broadway Street with the improvements. There's some new businesses
Well,
going
so I
there.
think if you do kind of change the location, but I think it'll help,
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, of course, that's the unimproved, but
Yeah.
there's lots of landscaping behind Rusty now today.
Is there irrigation there?
Not currently. Right now, MBDA is going through some
Yeah.
community input sessions for re-envisioning Broadway Street. So need funding from city council, but that's part of the conversation
Yeah.
hopefully in the future.
Okay.
Because if
Good.
you're gonna have a rabbit, it needs, I think it
It's up
should
to
be
you.
well landscaped.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Well
But you
landscaped.
you open to Greenville and been to Main Street and they have the court and steel dog on Main
Oh, yeah.
Street. That's Dale Rogers also, if I recall
Oh, okay.
correctly. So you're familiar
He's
with
very,
his work.
that's a very,
Friends
he's
of
very
ours have
talented.
one.
It's nice to scale
Oh,
with the cardinal.
You can see, and I have the cardinal on my desk, and it's
Oh,
about
okay.
this big.
Okay.
It's great. But we love the idea, I think, of a little position that's more associated with that corner, more
Yeah.
visible from each
Yeah,
other.
would that be okay to put it on staff to help them find the right place?
Yeah, re-angle it at Waterfly Creek.
Yes.
I think that's a waterfly.
Let's
You
make
have-
that a motion, please.
Please, yes,
And
Charles can
landscape.
draw a straight line.
yes.
Landscape, lots of landscape.
Yeah, more like, yes, absolutely. And irrigate.
Especially grass, they love
Yeah,
grass.
they love
And we
grass.
had talked about, we just
Need
have
something
through Public
green.
Works, we've talked about doing some shade trees or something like that to enhance the streetscape
It does
along the
do that.
line. Not a live oak, but something that
Okay.
is more feasible
Small.
for utilities.
Yep, bolt them down.
Yeah, fold it down, yes.
Yeah.
All righty. That's a motion from Mr. Vanessa.
We have a second.
Is there a second, Mr. Edens. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we're still up. I know it says Cedar Grove Beach on your agenda, but this is a public-private partnership that we're really excited about. I'll let Kristen introduce herself. They're leading the mural here from the Pelican side.
Terrific. And your name for the record?
Kristen Cole?
Kristen, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
What a great application to the mural.
Yeah, and actually,
Hide the
boy, it
backside.
does
That's
Yes.
the word,
get
right?
rid of that mess on the.
Yes, no, that was our thought as well. And the collaboration here has been fantastic. After the renovation, the inside of the place is state of the art, right? Like but from the outside,
It's still.
you don't know that
Right.
anything has been done.
Right.
So I think we've come up with a good solution here, in the collaborative partnership to really showcase something special.
I think what's cool about this mural particularly is it takes advantage of that massive amount of real estate that you have with a huge statement about Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle
and
Beach, yeah.
It does, yeah.
Who we are.
The
that
skyline.
We are the beach, et cetera, so.
Pier,
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And just a little background about the artist too. She is a local, she's from the Socastee area, went
Good.
to HGTC, actually did a stint with us, and now is, employed here on so it's, homegrown art.
Perfect.
And as big as this is, you'll be able to see it in your
That's-
car.
Oh,
21st
absolutely.
Avenue.
Okay, motion to approve.
Good. I'll second that.
So motion from Ms. Booth and the second from Ms. Dara, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Where is
Thank
the
you.
larger mural?
Appreciate your support.
Second largest.
Second.
Is one at,
The
one at
whaling,
the
the
Vision
whaling
Center?
wall?
Oh, Wayland.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the way,
Yeah.
All right, Seaside Village. Anyone here for Seaside Village? Come on up. And your name for the record, sir?
Bill Hester
Bill?
with Superior Fence and Rail.
Nice to meet you, Bill. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I like signing in. Normally amenity centers and neighborhoods are kind of looked at on a commercial level type for y'all, that's why they're here. But essentially it's replacing existing fencing with just an updated style and material.
Okay, same scope, just
Yes, sir.
updated material, here it is.
Oh, that's it. Motion to approve.
I'll second. Anyone second that?
I'll second.
All right, Mr. Jumper, all in favor?
Aye.
No opposed, thank you, great presentation.
Thank you.
Ocean Forest Plaza, HOA. Your names, you have two folks?
We do.
All right. Sign both of you in.
I'm Tom Sobieski with Elections Services.
Good to see you. And your name, sir?
And I'm John Matishin with Ocean Forest Plaza. I'm one of the board members.
Great, nice to meet you, John. You both swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Great. Painting.
Yes.
Let's get started.
Snowbound.
So what we are requesting to do is to get approval to paint the exterior. Some of their earlier slides show the current with that typical 1980s brown tan that was out there, and so they want to go with the, you know, the blues, grays, the color palette we see on a lot of projects today. So the board is wanting to use option 1. That's on here. That is the preferred route for the product. Option 2 should be, you know, option 0. I mean, to take it off, but we wanted to have just so that you knew that the board was considering multiple.
You just wanted to show
paths.
something that was terrible, so that
Yeah.
they.
Go back to this one and say,
Well,
look how beautiful this is.
Guess what, it worked.
You've done this before. I don't know that it worked that well.
So,
Okay.
Okay, motion to approve option 1.
It's a lot of blue.
That's a lot of.
Well, you know what, I'm sorry, not to rescind my motion. I thought about maybe, I noticed on the other side of the building, they had like vertical stripes going down.
That's maybe the balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
yeah, so here,
yeah, maybe something
Okay,
like
that's what
that
you're saying.
on the side, I don't know. You all tell me.
Ms. Dara,
Yeah, please.
the blue that they're using, it's reasonable. In the sun, is that gonna lighten up?
It's gonna
nicely?
lighten
Yeah, I
up
think-
significantly, it's
I
gonna
think
fade
so.
quickly.
Yeah,
It's gonna get a little grayer.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking too. So it might be a little jarring in the view,
Yeah.
the renderings, but in reality, it might be,
Yeah.
it might be okay. I'm with you, when you're looking at it, and the best they can do in depicting this, whatever Sherwin-Williams, Photoshop, whatever magic is being utilized to change the colors, I don't think that's how that's gonna read
It's
in
not.
reality.
It's not, it's gonna
Not as
actually,
scary as that.
it's gonna actually gonna read, and I'm looking at the sample,
Yeah.
it's gonna get grayer almost immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So let's-
The rendering it looks a little more to the purple side, but the
Yeah.
sample does not.
Yeah.
and the shading as well, it's hard to get that exact tone, but you're right.
Yeah. So there's a lot of it, I think is what we're saying, but it's not, it's a
still
more
okay.
neutral,
Do you
maybe
think?
we.
I just wanted to
maybe
make,
the
well,
rendering.
I approved it because I just didn't like the other one so much, but I just wondered if you all thought, does it need striping, not a square? Or is that, if you say it's gonna read okay?
Well, what I do like about the application of color is the architectural elements of the building are each getting a color,
Yeah.
and it's being applied consistently.
Well, sometimes simplicity is is in the best ways, and I
Yeah.
think maybe it's okay.
It's a good conversation to have.
So,
Yeah, I like it, I like it.
The first
I think it
application.
looks great.
Is that a motion?
Option 1, yeah.
okay, good.
Ms. Dara?
Second.
Mr. Edens, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Our conscience on the blue.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I'm not-
Let's do this. Let's watch it carefully though. Let's see as it goes up.
And if I had
Motion
to,
carries.
yeah,
Thank you
if
very
I could verbalize it in some way, I would say that the current color, even though I do think it's time for an improvement, the current color suggests a building material, if you will, so it
Yeah.
looks like a natural building material, where this now looks like a color,
Yeah.
and I think it's a lot of it.
Yeah.
But that's the
There's
way,
blue or different blue.
I
it's
think
just
the
a
way
lot
the
of it.
building's broken up is going to make it,
Was the,
Yeah.
if
But it's gonna
were
come
this a
across a lot
hotel with a sign, we would
Yeah.
absolutely require a little more
Okay.
delicacy in the application of it.
Well, it's important that we consider that
Yeah.
perspective and what we watch it going forward.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're at item 12, play golf Myrtle Beach. This is a conceptual final review. We have anyone here for play golf Myrtle Beach?
that a yes?
We do.
I think it's a
Yes.
yes.
He's coming.
Okay.
Oh, just come here, Greg. Great kid. On the Wednesday. So thank you.
Big scene.
Last.
And your name for the record?
William Ackership.
William, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're signing it. Thank you.
Pretty good.
Very nice.
This is on Broadway, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
407.
this is more,
Here's your original building,
oh my God,
Greek, then your new building.
what happens when you change the colors to red?
They will be coming back for signage, you're working through it.
Okay. This is striking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice
Is that
looking.
a motion?
Yeah, it's clean.
It really is.
Motion to approve.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. POC's motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Sarah, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Thank you very much for your presentation. A picture's worth 1,000 words.
That's it, yeah, you got it.
You made it.
Good to meet you. Have a great day. Thank you.
All right, Food Lion's back, that's great. Thank you for hanging in there with us today.
No problem.
It's good to see you all again.
Good
Your
to see
names-
you guys.
Your names for the record, please.
Stephanie Lewis?
Martine Smith.
You both swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
And you're here for final now, or conceptual final? We
Final.
reviewed this at conceptual.
Mm-hmm. And
We
this
had
will
a
be final.
couple of suggestions maybe,
Yep.
but it wasn't a lot. Just kind of walk us through anything that changed and why. Go from there.
Y'all kind of saw the landscaping plan before, but they got it in meeting code. And so that was why it was part of the reason why it was conceptual last time. But the landscaping is part of this, and it's for the half that, or it's for the parking lot that kind of more encompasses more than just the food line.
Sure. Okay, well, that's good.
That's what ties into the whole shopping center compared to just the food line complex.
Good.
So last time we were here, we talked about adding texture or interest to that blank side of the food line. So, let's see there. Sorry, thank you. All right, so we were able to add pilasters down the bottom and bring that stone water table all the way down as well. The other thing that we talked about was rooftop screening along Oak Drive. So we did some sightline studies to make sure that these were tall enough. They're about 6 to 7 feet depending on the location of them. And then we also added some landscape screening between the loading dock and the Oak Drive.
Well, we were all very excited to see a grocery store come back
Yes.
downtown. So I know you're not the developer, you're the architect, but you play a role in making that happen, so we do definitely appreciate that.
We've heard nothing but good things, even in the hallway people were talking about it. So
It's nice to be a part of a project that there's, pretty good consensus that we want you there, right?
yeah, for sure.
You'll be seeing the other tenant spaces come in. You'll see that they tied that one in there and transition to the existing. So we've talked to them about the other tenants coming through, but you guys see some.
Good deal. Is Little doing that work as well? or-
Little is not, that's from ADG.
Okay,
So,
got it.
included in this package is their front rendering, the signage and everything will
So
come
we're
in
not
separately,
looking at
obviously,
that.
but,
Yeah, okay. all
so
right,
this would
thank you.
be for the work along the front, of their spaces. So this would be a portion of the existing, former Kmart would be remaining, and the materiality would tie back into the Food Lion. So we've coordinated with them to make sure that it's a cohesive look.
Any questions for the applicant?
Motion to approve.
Mr. Edens?
I'll second.
Mr. Jumper? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Thank you all.
All right, maybe last but not least, because we did continue on Pine Island Works.
Tommy Holmes.
Tommy? Your name for the record, please?
Tommy Holmes.
I got you.
Hey, Heather, sorry.
Hi, Heather.
Too high for me.
We have two.
Tommy and Heather, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Very good.
Yes.
Thank you. And we need you to sign in when you get a chance as well. All right. So we've seen this one.
It's been a while. This was annexed in. It was a county parcel. They've gone, it's a PUD. They worked through some issues with the public improvement that had some clashes with what the state DOT would allow or not allow. So they actually went through city council and got that kind of squared away, but it's been so long now, and I'll let Tommy and Heather speak to it, but yeah, they're coming back to you just to kind of get the ball started again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd actually, and maybe you guys know it, but I was hoping that we could do this as a conceptual final.
You marked conceptual in your application.
Did they, it was supposed to be, okay, I apologize, it's supposed to be a conceptual final, but basically, what Matt was saying is that we're basically coming in for recertification here. Originally, the PUD called for a 10-foot public access, public walkway all the way down Pine Island Road. To do that, there would have had to been multiple properties where you had to do right-of-way acquisitions for that, and DOT was just not interested in that at all. So basically, we went through, we did the PUD amendment, and we're gonna do the walkway up to the boundary of our property. And there's already sidewalk on the other side of Pine. I'm sorry, yes, exactly. And there's sidewalk all the way down Pine Island on the other side of the road, but we did want to install the walkway up to our property line. And then, once again, we're gonna do there's a new Coast RTA bus stop that we're installing as part of the public improvements, and then road widening and some intersection improvements there at Grissom and Pine Island.
So they did mark conceptual, that's why they're on the agenda, but it's not out of the ordinary that y'all have upgraded it, especially when you have seen this before, so I'll just throw that out there, but we'll go through the presentation and then y'all can decide.
Yeah, let's just look at the whole presentation and then evaluate if we want to upgrade it. Okay. The site changes. Any changes on the buildings?
No
Since
changes.
the original?
Yeah, no, the palette's still the same, color palette there for all the town, and the amenity center as well.
I think we looked at this early on, and there was a couple of iterations.
It's been a few years.
Yeah.
We went through a few.
You guys ran through it about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
change
what
the
you
roof
were
pitch, I
So
think
you
at one
haven't gone
point.
back to any earlier
No,
versions or anything? Okay.
The only thing that changed interior of the site is DOT asked us to pull back on the entrance on Pine Island Road. They asked us to pull that center median we had back just to give better flow in there. So we pulled that back and adjusted the landscaping just in that area. But that's the only interior change that has taken place.
Part of the PUD does allow for a commercial element, small element, and that's what that gray building is.
Got it.
Right there,
For future.
just for future, so that will actually kind of buffer the apartment building.
Good.
And, if I remember right, y'all's comments when you originally approved it, when they had updated their plans, it was kind of Mr. Langdale's original side access door to the dumpster. This was kind of the first project he threw that out there
Oh,
on.
yeah. Okay.
That was really about the only comment you had on the condition.
Not that they can't come back. Okay. Well, I don't think it's inappropriate to consider elevating this to final, but just one voice vote. What are your thoughts on that? Is there consensus and a motion?
I think it was good, okay.
Upgrade to final?
Yeah.
I'd
make a motion to upgrade to final.
Mr. Jumper, I'll second. Egan, second. Vice versa. All in favor of upgrading to final?
Aye.
Okay. How about a motion on that?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Jumper, all right, all in favor of that?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you for.
Thank you very much.
And I don't see anyone here for what would have been Lane Mega Laundry.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate your time this afternoon.
Okay.
Is there a reason we didn't want to see that one on our list?
There's questions.
Yes, he said about the question on.
Which one was that?
Which one was
Lane
that?
Mega.
There's 3 different.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
okay.
3 different options.
Oh, okay.
We wanted them to be able to speak to it.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty, anything from staff?
Nope.
Anything from members? No, good meeting, long meeting, we got through.
We got it.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Is there a
Well
motion?
done, Chief.
Is there a motion to, thank you.